Why, hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is for you, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to tonight's stream. It's another visual novel night because the new visual novel just came in. So Amnesia was warming us up yesterday, warming us up for it, long stream, but we got warmed up. We're all in the visual novel mood. So it's time for some more. So let's pop over here. Hello. It's time to play Variable Barricade. Quick aside, I was playing Pokemon Legends right before stream. Literally up till about 20 minutes ago. No, 10 minutes ago. I caught an Alpha Espeon, so I'm very excited about that. Hi, Zatenica. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. It's time for boy roulette. It's time for some more boys. I'm excited for more boys. Also excited for this game. Yes, I know no system data found. Yep. All right, awesome. I love autosave. Yes, it's fictional. Understood. All right, we know who made it. Oh, that's all right. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It's brand new. It literally just came out, I think, yesterday. But I wasn't able to get it till today because of the snow. Oh, shit. I gotta turn the sound way down. Because this is probably copyrighted. Well, yes, it's gonna be copyrighted. So, boys, silent boys. You can live vicariously through me grooving out. Aw, that's the guy I'm aiming for, Blondie. We'll see if I actually end up liking him. Dauntless puppy personified. That sounds adorable. Oh, hearts, not hearts, roses, and thorns. Kitty! Kitties! Variable barricade. Yay, okay. Now we can get back to... Oh.
Variable barricade. New stage.
Alright, options. That's what we want. Okay. What we do want is I want that horrible sound effect. Oh, horrible sound effect, go down. Alright. Speed, fast, please. Very fast. Very fast. I read fast. Alright. Yes, save my changes. Alright. Let's get going. I don't know anything about this game other than I believe it's rom-com. So I'm excited about that because I like rom-coms. Also, a quick aside. If I seem a little suppressed, I don't know if that's the right word. A little suppressed today, a little quieter. It's because right before stream I had a horrible vertigo moment. Literally had to lay down for an hour, so I'm still a little bit dizzy, but excited for boys. I'm all for opening a new door to love. Alright. I do not want to return to the title screen, no. Okay. I think we will have enough. I hate this noise. I hate this select noise. It literally sounds like knives in my ears. Okay, let's make this fast. Prince done. Yes, we're Prince. It actually fit our name. That's awesome. Oh. Yes. Also, I just realized that I left my water cup on the sink, and I believe this game will have more voice acting than last night's did, so I need to go grab that. Oh, it's empty. I sent it here to remember to fill it up and forgot. Alright. I'm back. Woo! That was a fun little glitch. Oh, hiccups. Alright. I think that should be okay for volume-wise, looking at my slider percentages. Yes, in other words. Oh, that's our voice. Okay. You know, getting married to a rich man. There are certainly worse things in the world than having to get married to a rich man. Oh. Yeah? How did this happen? All I see are the silhouettes of four handsome boys. So I think... seriously? No. Oh, can I skip? Okay, I can't skip. It's like, we already saw that. We already saw that. September 1st, 7 a.m. Tojo Family Estate. You're pardoned. Well, close enough. Oh, we have a full voice actor. Huh, maybe there won't be as much reading as I thought. School bags. Okay. There is stuff for me to read, finally. Okay. I had some extra materials to take with me to school, likely because it was the first day of a new semester. Glancing sidelong at the pile, I nonchalantly asked the servant a question. Oh, who's Casca? He's preparing the car. I thought I heard a hint of indulgent patience in his voice, like an adult reassuring a petulant child. His pleasant gaze made me feel a little awkward, so I casually looked away. You are excused. How long does he intend to make me wait after I made sure to be ready early, too? I glared at the door and sighed impatiently. Oh. Oh! He's adorable! Hi, sweetie! I tamped down the urge to snap, "You're late!" and kept my expression calm as I greeted him. Oh, we're early. Hi, Shadowflame! Hey there! How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful meowing, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. Though I think it's pretty much evening. Were we just being snippy?
なるほど。そうですか。私は思っていた以上にお嬢様に愛されていたのですね。
Oh! Well, that's a development.
あ
Oh my gosh! Shadow Flame, go see!
同行前のわずかな間とはいえ、この春日と話す時間を作ってくださったとは大変感激でございます。
Kasuga, don't make me second guess my love of you already.
うぬぼれないで。支度が早く終わったのはたまたまよ。たまたま。
Ah, we're tsundere. We're tsundere. It's not like I like you, baka.
おや、そうでしたか。それは失礼をいたしました。
Kasuga's eyes slid away from mine, and I could tell he was hiding a smile. What's with that smug know-it-all look? Why am I so upset, you ask? Well, my problems started right before the beginning of summer vacation.
留学ってどういうこと？
We're losing our butler.
イギリスの執事専門学校でより専門的な知識を学びたく。
Butler University. Is that a thing? Butler University? I'd love to go to Butler University, not to learn to become a butler, but to see all the butlers.
あなたが今さらもう8年近く私の専属執事をしてるのに
Oh. No wonder we're upset. This is someone who's been around us for 8 years.
だからこそですよ。お嬢様が成人なさる前に私もスキルアップしておきませんと。
Skill up.
私は別に今のままでも
That is a thing that I did notice. So I looked at the character cards that came with the game because I was like, let me see. Let me look at the characters as I pop open the game thing. It has all of their ages. We're 17. Everyone else, the youngest is 20. The youngest of the love interest is 20. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm not a fan of that, but that's interesting. And I set the game aside.
大変嬉しいお言葉ですが、私も若輩の身、周りの目もございます。箔があって困ることはありません。
He's a novice butler. His buttling is... Is that the word for butler? Butling? I don't know.
短期集中講座ですから、ちょうど夏休みの丸1ヶ月ほど留守にさせていただきます。
Oh, he was gone. Oh, only a month.
夏休みのバカンスにはご一緒できませんが、不自由がないようすべて整えておきますので。
あなたが行かないなら私も行かない。
We're being a petulant child.
あまりわがままをおっしゃらないでください。お嬢様のバカンスに合わせて暇を取る使用人たちもいるのですよ。
I've gotten used to not living with servants. Now that I live on Earth, no servants. Gotta do it all myself.
ご理解いただけますね。
Beg my indulgence. Yeah? Then beg.
はい。以外の答えは認めないくせに。
Now we're pouting.
何か
わかったわよ。
Oh? Just go! Thanks to him informing me of his imminent departure only after it was a done deal, I spent my summer vacation almost entirely alone. Just thinking about it made me want to grind my teeth. If I didn't do something to vent my to vent my irritation, I was sure it would pop. I fixed Kasuga with what I hoped was a withering glare and said,
あなたが不在の間、とても不便な思いをしたのよ。
I was very inconvenienced while you were absent, Kasuga.
はい。大変申し訳ございませんでした。
Yeah, you better
な
apologize.
かなか連絡もつかなかったし、そのくせ私の事情はなぜか筒抜けだったみたいだけど。
Oh.
何かと立て込んでおりまして、せめてお嬢様のご様子だけでも把握しておかなければ不安でしたから。
やっと帰ってきたと思ったら、よりによって夏休み最終日の夜遅く、顔を合わせてすぐ寝る時間だなんて。
Oh, so he got home and it was late, and we're basically just continuous pouting.
お嬢様の睡眠時間を確保するのは最優先事項ですので。
睡眠時間なんかよりも気持ちの方を優先してほしかったわ。
Gasp! Venting my irritation left me too exhausted to give voice to my innermost thoughts. Kasuga had been my personal butler for 8 years. His trip of England marked the longest span of time the two of us had ever been separated. I wished that someone had taken that small fact into consideration.
お寂しい思いをさせてしまい、本当に申し訳ございませんでした。
Oh yeah, he was the person that I've been around most of the time for the past 8 years, and then suddenly he's gone. That's a big change.
戻ったからには一刻も早くお嬢様のお役に立てるようにと気がせいてしまい、現状確認に努めておりまして。いえ、すべて言い訳ですね。
Aw, Kasuga.
今後はより一層精進してまいります。どうかお許しください。
Give me a hug. Then maybe I'll forgive you. But only after a hug. Kasuga stood there, waiting for me to say something. Shaming him further would simply be cruel. He did go off to study for my sake, after all.
戻ってきたからにはこれまで以上に働いてもらうんだから。わかった？
We are the most stunted of stunted. Oh no, I yawn.
もちろんです。お嬢様のお世話は私の役目。誰にも譲ったりはいたしません。
なら、
It's good that serving me is your pleasure. Because that's all I ask of you. Serve me. That'll do all the Bellarose and Yans. No, I'm training you to serve me. I'm joking. You all are my precious citizens. Subjects. With things mended between us, Kasuga glanced at the time and then picked up my bags. Turning to me, he said,
では、そろそろ参りましょう。車の用意も整っておりますので。
Let's go to school. I followed behind him, walking out the gates of the estate. Stopping, I turned to look behind me. The Tojo family estate. In some circles, gaining permission to step across this threshold was a sign of prestige. But for me...
お嬢様。
今行きます。
Alright, despite being a woman, I was still the family's sole heir. There was no question my family cared for me. I was being raised well as both a daughter and the Tojo line's successor. My many servants treated me fondly. It wasn't as if I had no one I could rely on. And yet, inside that mansion, there was only one person I truly regarded as my steadfast ally, Kasuga. He quickly became thus when he was appointed as my butler 8 years prior. Oh. Flashback? No. September 1st, 8 a.m., St. Agnes Academy for Girls. This seems like it'd be stifling. Oh, we're here.
それでは、行ってらっしゃいませ。
Hi.
ええ。ああ、春日。今日は始業式とホームルームだけで終わるのが早いから。
We'll be home early.
存じております。それと、
Oh.
いえ、何でもございません。
No, but if it made you stop, then it must be important.
新学期を迎える節目の日でございます。しっかりと気を引き締めてくださいね。
Oh, whoops. Please make sure you stay focused regardless of what may happen. That's terrifying. That sounds... Wait, what on earth did he mean by that? Before I could reply, he gave me a gentle push to send me on my way. Confused, I began to walk.
見て、道場様がいらっしゃったわ。
Oh, fuck. My fan club.
お姉様、今日も素敵。
I can feel everyone's eyes stabbing into me. St. Agnes Academy for Girls was well known as a private school attended primarily by the well-to-do. It was, in essence, a rich girls' school. Even among all those wealthy students, the Tojo name was still powerful and influential. When others looked my way, I knew they saw not me, but my family.
どうしましょう。ご挨拶したらご迷惑かしら。
Just say hi.
大丈夫よ。一緒に頑張りましょう。そうよね。せーので行きますわよ。せーの。ごきげんよう、お姉様。
Good day. Oh. I'm used to reading those lines. What?
声をかけていただいたわ。勇気を出してよかったですわね。
That was awkward. This is so exhausting.
相変わらずモテモテですわね。
Madam Prince? I mean, incorrect, but... Oh, Tsumugi. This is Tsumugi Kamo. She's the first friend I ever made, and before long she became my most treasured compatriot. Breathing a sigh of relief for the first time that day, I smiled and waved.
おはよう。久しぶり。おはようございます。お元気そうで何よりです。私にするように、みんなにも手を振って差し上げたらきっと喜ばれましたよ。できないし、やらない。
If you wave to others, they'll surely die. Not doing that then.
私はそんなあなたも大好きですけれど。さあ、教室へ参りましょう。ここにいるとさらに目立ってしまいますわ。
Yep, you know, it's probably better to actually go to class and, like, do class stuff. I nodded, and Tsumugi and I walked into the building.
そうだわ、つむぎ。これ、お土産よ。大したものじゃないけど。
We got a souvenir!
嬉しい。ありがとうございます。私もお土産がありますのよ。いつもので恐縮ですけれど。
Sweets!
ありがとう。
Love sweets.
私はあまり京都には行かないし、ここのコンペイトーは大好きなの。嬉しい。
Oh, Competo. I've only had Competo a couple times.
それより、ご実家の方はどうだった？相変わらず忙しかったんでしょ？
Oh, is she
busy?
busy?
長期休みになると、ここぞとばかりに働かされて困りますわ。
Oh.
仕方がないことですけれど。
Tsumugi, what kind of rich pamper girl does work?
こちらの学校に通うための条件とはいえ、
Oh.
大変ね。
Oh. Oh, she probably isn't rich. Oh, never mind. Tsumugi came from a famous family of Ikebana masters. Ikebana masters, flower arrangers. Like me, she was an only child. She was already set to be the family's headmistress. Every summer and winter break, she had to return to her family home in Kyoto to undergo training and help with the family
お
business.
仕事自体は構いませんのよ。お花は好きですし、将来のために顔つなぎが必要なのは心得ておりますもの。
Ugh, networking. God, no, I hate that.
何が悲しいって。夏と冬の有明に行けないことですわ。
Ariake?
私の生きがいですのに。
Oh my. I let my eyes slide away from Tsumugi. She's such a normal girl, except for that hobby of hers. I won't say what it is, but I will say that her unusual pastime has put me in more than one awkward situation. We're good friends. Excellent friends. That said, there are some lines you just don't cross.
あ、もう時間ですわね。また後でゆっくりお話しいたしましょう。そうね。
Let's go. Please don't let her bring up her hobby. Hoping against hope that I'd be able to avoid that uncomfortable topic a little longer, I took my seat. Is she like an idol fan, or is she like an otaku? Alright, it's 11 a.m. It seems noisier than usual.
ね せっかくですから少し寄り道してランチをご一緒しません？
そうね。それよりつむぎ、正門のあたりが騒がしいようだけど。
Oh, is it the boys or is it a new girl?
本当何かあるのかしら。
Huh.
ちょっと早く来て。めっちゃやばいの、早く。
引っ張らないで。一体何事？
Yeah,
正
what?
門のところに超イケメンがいるの。しかも4人も。
There's 4 super hot guys around the front gate. Yeah, those are our boys.
どなたかのお迎えかしら。それとも何かの撮影？
知らないけど、とにかく見に行こう。今なら紛れて写真撮れるかも。
ですって。みんな興味津々のようですわね。あなたはいかがです？
Shall we go see the
勝
boys?
ってて聞いてるでしょ。もう。それより寄り道するなら春日に連絡を入れないと。
Oh. Ugh, they sound like overexcited orangutans. I have no idea who these hot guys are, but I wish they would finish their business and disperse. I'm trying to leave and they are in my way. Maybe I should call Kasuga and just have him bring the car to the back gate instead. I was taking my phone out of my pocket to do exactly that when it happened.
もしかしてあれじゃないですか？おお、間違いねえな。
なんだか緊張するね。
Who's that?
準備は万端だ。さあ、姫君を迎えに行こう。
Yep, we're meeting them.
あの方たち、こちらに向かってきますわよ。
Eh? What would we have the exact same reaction? Eh? Tsumugi urgently tapped my shoulder. I looked up from my phone to see.
東條さん。
突然悪いね。
早速だけど。
I already like his voice. All right, yellow boy, you got me.
せーの。
Yeah, it's a very interesting art style.
結婚してください。
Oh, already? Wow, this is moving a little fast. I don't even know your name, mystery men. What?
プロポーズよ。
Oh my god, what? Okay, well, I'm super liking the yellow-haired one.
あの東條様に？ これは一体？
Do I look like I know? Samuki was tugging on my tugging on my sleeve, babbling something. I hardly noticed she was there. I was too stunned. 4 roses shoved directly in my face, 4 pairs of expectant eyes searing into me, the growing crowd of spectators chattering and blushing at the sudden spectacle. Everyone was waiting for me to respond. Wait, next? Do I just... Next! Ignore them. Insist they have the wrong person. Call for Kasuga. Let's save real...
お嬢様成長記録ならお任せを。
Yes, save real fast. It's just simply to make certain if next isn't like me calling next. Okay. Oh, take the red rose, take the yellow rose, take the white rose, take the orange rose. Oh my god. What? Wow, okay, well we can be real forward, or, do I take the white rose? Do I take the white rose? Because that's for the boy that we're going for. Do I take his rose? That sounds, oh. You know what? I'm gonna say that they have the wrong person. Because that seems like something she would do.
まさか 東條さん、君を間違えるはずがないだろ。
可愛い冗談だね。
Shoot, I think I can play innocent escape, but it looks like they won't let me get that way that easily.
まあまあ、とりあえず落ち着けよう。じゃあ言っとくけど、これ現実だから。
Hello, sir. His flippant tone hit me like a splash of cold water. Now is not the time of panic. I was dealing with unknown and very forward strangers. I needed to collect my dignity and deal with them firmly.
そもそもあなたたちは誰なんですか？なぜ私を知っているんですか？さっきのはタチの悪い冗談ですか？
Yellow boy looks so soft and dreamy.
待ってくれ。俺たちは
校内は関係者以外立ち入り禁止です。あなたたち許可は？
Oh my god, we're just like, all right, time to bring out the big guns.
それは。
落ち着いて順番にね。
あ、まずは俺から自己紹介を。
その必要はありません。
Casca!
カスが
Casca, thank you for coming to save me.
予想以上の混乱ぶりですね。だから私は反対したのですよ。
That's why he said keep your cool no matter what happens today, because he knew this was happening.
カスがねえ、これはどういうこ
大丈夫です、お嬢様。まずはこの場を離脱いたしましょう。騒ぎが大きくなりすぎています。
Oh my god. Kasuga drew me to his side and began to walk. We hadn't taken 2 steps before one of the gentlemen spoke up.
おい、カスガ、俺らはどうすんだよ。
こちらに向かう際に使った車で一度お戻りください。
Oh, Kasuga's angry. Huh? Does he know that?
さあ、お嬢様、こちらへ。
His hand on my back was firm, and his tone broke to no defiance. I twisted around to look behind me.
と？つむぎ、また明日。
どうかご無事で。
Sumuki's like, bye? I barely grabbed a moment to say goodbye to Sumugi before Kasuga led me to the waiting car and helped me inside. Kasuga, please explain. Kasuga, it's 1 p.m. Too much has happened today. An oppressive silence filled the car. No matter how many questions I asked, Kasuga simply said that he would explain later and refused to say another word. For some odd reason, he even seemed more put off about the sudden courtship rush than I was. Oh, I didn't mean to hit quick load. It was frightening.
お嬢様。
はい、何ですか？
はい。
申し訳ありませんが、本日はこのまま母屋に向かってください。
The main house.
母屋？どういうこと？
Yeah,
大
why?
旦那様がお待ちです。
Oh, master. My personal residence was a smaller home located on the estate. I rarely ever visited the main house. Though we technically lived in the same place, I hadn't seen grandfather in quite some time. He still held firmly to his post as the head of the family despite his age. His days were very full. But more than that, what is that meddling old coot plotting this time? He and I simply did not see eye to eye, ever. Oh my. Oh my.
久しいな、小娘。相変わらず生意気そうな目をしておる。
Oh my.
お久しぶりです。おじい様こそ相変わらずの悪人顔で、子供が泣いて逃げ出しそうですね。
Oh my god, we're fucking sassy!
泣いて逃げた本人が言うか。
ええ、おかげさまで随分と鍛えられました。
Oh my god, we're just vicious! Nervousness and sarcasm were wearingly familiar feelings that always accompanied an audience with grandfather. I couldn't afford to lose my focus for an instant. I stiffened my posture and took a deep breath, steeling myself as if for mortal combat.
それで、おじい様、本日はどのようなご用向きで？
そんなもの一つしかなかろう。どうじゃった？このわしが選んだ花婿候補たちは。
My potential bridegrooms. Huh?
好みの男はいたか？なかなかのイケメン揃いじゃ。
Grandpa,
誰でも好きなのを選ぶがよい。
Grandpa, I don't want guys you think are hot. I want guys I think are hot.
ちょっと待ってください。それってまさかあの不審者たち？
Creepy rose pushing strangers.
何を言うか。立派なお前の花婿候補たちじゃ。このわしが直々に選んだな。
Again, grandfather, I don't want people that you think are hot. I want people that I think are hot. I blinked, thinking that this must be what it felt like when something was truly jaw-dropping. But I was only frozen in shock. With shock for a moment, rage soon thawed the ice inside my body before it rushed out in a torrent of vitriol aimed at the vulture before me.
一体何を考えてるんですか？花婿候補？直々に選んだ？誰が？いつ頼みましたか？
Oh my.
どうやら不満のようじゃが。
You suspect?
何が気に入らん？
Well, how about the fact that I don't even know their names yet?
すべてです。
Okay.
子供の感触でもあるまいし。もっと具体的に申せ。
His dismissive attitude fanned my rage, but I reined in my fury with a deep breath. I must stay calm. I must be reasonable. I can't let grandfather control this conversation.
まず、花婿候補などいりません。
東条を継ぐ者として、いずれは婿を取り、身を固める覚悟はあるものと思っておったが。
Hmm.
それは承知してます。でも、
Yeah, there we go.
いくらなんでも早すぎます。私はまだ高校生です。
Still a high school student. I definitely was not thinking about marriage in high school. To be fair, I'm not thinking about marriage now, but...
早すぎるということはあるまい。もっと幼くして言い名付けを定められた者もおる。
Doesn't make it any better, my dude. Doesn't make it any better.
それに、お前の友人である紬さんにも婚約者がおるじゃろうが。
Is that her hobby?
紬は
Is that...
紬と私は別です。
Is her hobby her fiance? I felt a cold bead of sweat trickle down my spine. It was dirty of him to use Samugi against me.
まあよい。では、他には何が問題なのじゃ？
私にも選ぶ権利があります。
選べばよかろう。4人もおるのじゃから。
Yeah, but there's only 4 of
こ
them.
の誰とも知らない人をどのような基準で選べと？
Yeah, we don't even know.
何も即答せよとは言っておらん。まずはあの4人と交流を深め、吟味した上で決めればよかろう。
Picked apart and studied each one? Oof.
なぜあの人たちなんですか？
逆に問うが、なぜあやつらでは嫌なのじゃ。
But Grandpa, what if I, pick them apart and I don't like any of
いき
them?
なり学校に押しかけてきて公開プロポーズなんてする人たちが良識ある男性だとは思えません。
Well, we have a little bit of a point there.
あれはわしがそそのかしたのじゃ。それに、あれくらいせんと、お前は逃げ回るだけじゃと思うてな。
It was Grandpa's idea.
おじい様。
事実、これまでは逃げ回ってきたじゃん。先ほどお前はまだ早いと申したが、見合いの話ならもう何度も来ておった。
Ah, we've been avoiding the subject for a while.
家柄も人柄も火の打ちどころのない者たちであったはずじゃが、
それは事前におじい様にも確認したはずです。このお見合いは強制なのかと。そうしたら自由意志だとおっしゃるから。
Yeah, my decision was no.
確かにそう言った。そして断るからにはお前なりの理由があるのだろうとも思っておった。
もちろんあります。
Oh, what was our reason?
どんな理由じゃ。まだ早い以外に何がある？
ですから私は自分で。
お前が自分で結婚相手を探す？
Can we kill this man?
笑わせるでない小娘が。
どういう意味ですか？
Yeah, why the fuck would we not be allowed to choose our own
学
husband?
校は女子校。遊び相手といえば紬さんだけ。パーティーには顔を見せる程度。声をかけてくる男には目もくれず。
So maybe I'm just not thinking about guys now.
そんなお前が一体どこでどのようにして叱るべき男を見つけてくるというのか。逆難でも合コンでもよいぞ。ほれ、やってみよう。ほれほれ。
Oh my.
そんな下品なことできるわけないでしょ。
I mean, wow, we are truly.
ではどうやって向こうを選ぶのだ。出会う機会もなければ出会う気もない。身近な男は春日だけのお前が。
I wanted a rom-com, not a explicit reminder of misogyny.
だからそういうことを考えるのはせめて高校を卒業した後でも。
なんじゃ大学デビュー狙いか。やめておけ。お前には無理じゃ。
I'll find my true love on Tinder. No, no, Prince. Prince was lost. Lost in the sauce.
別にそんなことするつもりはありません。
ならどうするのじゃ。今できぬことが急にできるようになるのか。それとも、ああ、そういうことか。
Grandpa, if you call me a lesbian, I'm gonna scream.
白馬の王子様を待っておるのか。
What?
運命の出会いというやつじゃな。は、顔に似合わず乙女チックじゃの。
I hate this man.
はあ、顔は関係ないでしょ。
現実逃避もほどほどにしておる。
Alright. I felt the vein in my temples start to throb as I listened to his advice. I want to slap him right in his sneering face.
王子様を待つほど夢見がちではありませんし、現実逃避もしていませんが、
Ugh.
少なくともおじい様が選んだ人とは結婚したくありません。
Oof.
まともな人だと思えないので。
Grandpa, I don't believe that, anybody that you suggest could ever be good. If they're anything like you.
ほう。では見合いを受けるか。
それはまた別の話でしょ。
ならばやはり合コンか。いや、逆なんか。
どうしてそうなるんです？
Oh my goodness.
時間は有限じゃぞ。
What do you mean you only have so much time?
いかに東条の後継ぎとはいえ、誰もがその肩書きになびくわけではない。家柄、財力、能力。条件は多々あろうが、より良い相手を選ぼうとすれば、選択肢は限られてくるのが道理。
I'm so confused. Maybe it's because I was the third son. Or, I am the third son. And my parents aren't really worried about marrying me off yet. They will be, probably. Eventually. I mean, third sons are kind of, just used for brokering, political treaties, but...
そして、それほど条件の良いものならば、どの家からもぜひにと壊れるはず。
Well, maybe I'm not looking for the best man. Maybe I'm just looking for someone I like.
いつまでも選ぶ余地があると思うな。お前が現実から目を背けている間にも、良縁は我先にと結ばれてゆくのじゃ。
Grandfather, you make this sound like an auction or meat market. I balled my hands in my lap. I didn't like to admit it, but Grandfather was right. I wasn't so stubborn that I'd refuse to acknowledge that.
選ぶ余地があるうちに動け。それができぬならば受け入れよ。わしが言いたいのはそういうことじゃ。
Fuck off, Grandpa.
わしが選んだ者たちが気に入らぬなら、 お前のお眼鏡にかなったものをすぐにでも連れてくる。
Alright, Grandpa. I would like to leave, Grandpa. And with that, Grandfather stood to leave.
おじい様
Oh, bye. Ugh, what a tyrant. My lips twisted into a frustrated frown. I thought I'd steeled myself for this inevitable day, but I suppose deep down a part of me still resisted. Grandfather must have noticed, even when I hadn't. What am I supposed to do?
話はお済みですか？
春日
Casca, help!
失礼します。大旦那様が出てこられましたので、もうよろしいですか？
Hi. Seeing Casca's familiar face, a face I trusted more than anyone's, caused the tension to lift from my shoulders.
疲れたもう部屋に戻る
いいえ、そういうわけには参りません。
Oh no.
どういうことまだ何かあるの
本日よりお嬢様のお部屋は、この東条本家にはございません。別邸を用意してありますので、これからそちらへご案内いたします。
Suffering another major shock so soon after the first left me without energy to speak. All I could do was stare up at Casca in helpless surprise. Tojo, vacation home, 3 p.m. Man! Within, like, 5 hours, our life has changed entirely. Oh my.
お気に召しましたか、お嬢様。
No, I want my old room back.
こちら、全3階建てとなっております。広さは本家とは比べ物になりませんが、不自由がない程度に設備も整えてあります。
3 floors. Wow.
お嬢様には3階をご使用いただきます。こちらはお嬢様と私、そして私が許可したハウスキーパーのみが立ち入れる空間です。
Oh. Well, that's helpful, but that also lets us know we're definitely not living alone.
お嬢様のプライベートは完璧にお守りいたしますので。
春日
はい。
問題はそこじゃない
Aw, we're so dejected.
承知しておりますが、現実逃避は何の解決にもなりませんので。
Yes, I know that, but...
花婿候補たちの部屋は2階にまとめました。つまり1階が共有スペースとなります。
Therein is the kicker.
ルールを守り、健全かつ節度ある共同生活を。本日よりこの別邸での暮らしをお楽しみください。
Yikes.
そんなの楽しめるわけ
すでにお嬢様のお荷物はすべて運び入れてあります。さあ、参りましょう。
Yeah.
春日
Casca, you should be nicer to me. The door to my future opened with cold indifference. When Casca asked me to follow him, he was essentially giving me a gentle push into a gaping maw of uncertainty.
ねえ春日すぐに私の部屋に案内して先に着替えたしそれに
I didn't want to see those men, not yet. I wanted at least a few moments to mentally brace myself. But fate was not so kind. My simple wish was almost immediately denied.
やっぱりそうだ、お嬢さん。
There they are!
いらっしゃい。じゃなくて、お帰りなさい。みんな待ってたんですよ。こっちこっち、早く来てください。もうさっきから石谷さんとタイガさんがうるさくって。
Dude, give me some fucking space! The man whose name I didn't even know reached out to take my hand like it was the most natural thing in the world. What am I supposed to do?
お嬢さん？
失礼ながら、お嬢様はまだ靴さえ脱いでおられません。
Yeah,
皆様とリビングでお待ちください。
I haven't even taken off my coat!
そっか、すいません。わかりました。じゃあ俺、先行って待ってます。みんな、お嬢さんが帰ってきましたよ。
Is that the same guy that did Seol from Utapri? His voice is so familiar. His voice is so familiar. I'm gonna do this. I gotta pop this back open again. Do we have the... CVs? Do we have CVs? We don't have CVs. We don't have CVs. Alright, well, I guess we won't do that then. I thought I had CVs on the little cards that I could figure it out, but we don't. So we will not be figuring that out. Oh, fuck.
さすが私やっぱり部屋に
往生際が悪いですよ、お嬢様。
Casca! You should be on my side! Crumbling under the pressure behind Casca's smile, I glumly slipped off my shoes and plodded over to the living room I desperately wanted to avoid.
お、来た来た。遅かったじゃねえかよ、あじゃあ。
おかえりなさい、小鳥ちゃん。疲れてるんじゃない？よか
Kotori-chan?
ったらここに座ってよ。
He called me little birdie! Incorrect, but that's adorable. No, don't quick save.
お嬢さんの席ならもう用意してあるよ。もちろん俺の隣にね。
え？どこに座ってもらうかはさっきじゃんけんで決めたじゃないですか。俺の隣。
How about I sit next to none of you?
お静かに。盛り上がるのは結構ですが、皆様はまだ名乗ってもおられないことを。
Yeah, I don't even know your names, fucksos.
そう言われてみれば。
なんだよ、じいさんと話したんだろ。俺らのことも説明されたんじゃねえの？
No, he didn't explain
あ
anything.
なたたちがおじい様の選んだ花婿候補だということは聞きました。ただそれだけです。
Part of me wants to turn off her voice and just read it myself.
女の子はデリケートだからな。
Ceasefire?
ご機嫌はいかがかな？
Ceasefire. Interesting. Yes, part of me wants to
環境
turn
整備は私の仕事です。
part of me wants to turn her voice all the way down, but I don't know. We'll continue on as it currently stands.
大旦那様のことですから、そういうことは本人同士が顔を合わせてやるべきと思われたのでしょう。
Yeah, sure, Casca. I can't believe I liked you. Doubt it. He's wanted to watch me squirm.
そっか。なら改めて自己紹介だね。僕も早く小鳥ちゃんに名前で呼んでほしいし。
They didn't localize that he calls me little birdie? That's so cute. You could have like even given us a little nickname. He calls us Kotori-chan.
ですね。はいはい、俺いいですか？さっきじゃんけんで勝ったし。
God, he annoys me. Calm yourself. Less overzealous, more subdued.
ああ、まあいいんじゃね。行け、なゆた。
Oh no.
はい。八神なゆた、20歳です。体を動かすのが好きで、元気なのが一番の取り柄です。
Ah! No! Literally the exact opposite of me.
あとは、すごく健康です。風邪一つひいたことないくらい。
You know what they say about stupid people. Never catch a cold.
なので、1年365日、いつでもお嬢さんのお役に立てると思います。よろしくお願いします。
Oh my. Yagami, huh? He certainly does seem energetic. I feel exhausted just listening to him. I gave him a small regal nod. His face lit up in a bright smile. At least he's easy to please.
眉住シオンだよ。22歳。半分フランス人で国籍もフランスなんだ。日本に来たのは割と最近かな。
I love him. 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 Ah! Je ne parle pas français. Wow. I literally was about to say, je ne parle pas français. Demo. Ma mère parle français. I fucking frappanised. That's what I do. And Like, I gotta get prepared for that to happen more as I beg my Earth Mom to teach me French again. Just start mixing the two languages up together.
僕はナユタほど分かりやすくアピールできることはないけど、強いて言うなら綺麗なものが好き。
God, he's so fucking hot.
だから君のことも好きだよ、小鳥ちゃん。よかったら今度君を綺麗に飾らせてね。
Fuck. I keep hitting the wrong button. この人はフランス人でも、僕のフランス語はちょっと話しませんけど、お母さんはフランス語を話しますか？お父さんはドイツ語を話します。いつも僕のうちはわかる？わからない。わかる？わからない。お母さんは僕はお母さんに教えて、フランス語教えて、もうずっと頼むだね。I took 2 years of French and lost all of it. I literally used to be able to read like French articles and stuff, and now I'm just like, it's gone. It's gone. I do sometimes look at my cat and go, what? I literally can't remember it in my brain. It's not having a fun time. My brain is not having a fun time with language. Nope, it's not connecting. The neurons are not connecting. This man is French. I love him. I would like to kiss him. It'd be much. My Izumi himself looks far prettier than I do. I gave him a small nod, hiding my befuddlement at his perfectly sculpted smile.
次、俺でいいのか？
Sure.
あ、どうぞ。
なら遠慮なく行くぜ。イスルギタイガー23。好きな言葉は一発逆転。よろしくな。
What? Come back home run. Eh? What?
つか、俺も特に言うことねえな。こいつらに比べりゃ、ごくごく普通の一般人だ。気楽に接してくれ。まあ、仲良くやれるかどうかは、お嬢次第だけどね。
I get the impression Isurugi is challenging me. When he looked at me with that little smirk on his lips, I couldn't stop my brow from furrowing.
最後はお前だ、一夜。てっきり真っ先に行くと思ってたのによ。
まさに真打ち登場にふさわしいだろう。
See, okay, I can read bits. I can read more than I can speak. C'est très difficile. Okay, so I literally was talking to my mom. I was talking to my Earth Mom about, please teach me French again. Like, I want to learn more French. And she was like, okay, what do you remember? And I literally just like spouted off. I don't remember what I said. But she literally looked at me and said, you pronounce French like it's Japanese now. And I was like, fuck. Maman. 助けて、マモ。僕のフランス語はとても難しい。とても悪い。僕の頭がぐるぐる回る。いや、フランス語、日本語、何ですか？パパーン and it becomes something else completely.
待たせたね、お嬢さん。俺の名前は三森一也。年は26歳。君より少しお兄さんかな。
You're almost 10 years older than I am. You're good. Hello, Howie. I'm trying to get my mom to teach me French again. Alright, Mom. I'm like, it's boy roulette. All of these men are in their 20s, and our character is 17, so that's a little eh. But but yeah, I don't have my my French material from high school anymore, so I have my Japanese material from college somewhere hidden in my stuff.
他人に誇れるようなことはあまりないけど、そうだな。きっとここにいる誰より君を愛する自信ならあるよ。君が添い遂げる未来が現実になるように最大限の努力をすると誓おう。俺を選んで後悔はさせないように。
You did miss the guy who brought this all on is he's half French. And he's the one I'm going for. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. He gave me a perfectly timed wink. I felt a cold shiver run up my spine.
以上が今回花婿候補に選ばれた方々です。
Yeah.
改めまして、こちらが東条家ご令嬢。東条家の後継者と目され、私が手塩にかけて育てたお嬢様です。
Costco, save me. I'm not certain he needed to add that last part.
くれぐれも節度をわきまえ、健全かつ
Yes, this is
常識
Butler.
的な範囲での接触を心がけてください。
This is Butler. He's been with us for 8 years. Our grandfather is an absolute prick, so.
Hi.
Blondie in the back. Blondie in the back. Hell yeah. Going straight for him.
結構良いお返事です。
No.
ではお嬢様、彼らに何か質問などあればどうぞ。
急にそう言われても。
Yeah. Huh.
何でも聞いてくれて構わないよ。君の質問になら喜んで答えるさ。
You annoy me at the moment, but I may warm up to you.
一夜ちょっと気合が入りすぎ。
Yes.
見てて疲れるかな。
Shion is perfectly subdued and sweet.
心外だな。俺はあくまで自然体でいるつもりだけど。
いや、うざさが3割増しくらいになってんぞ。
This guy is the rough and tumble dude.
確かにいつもよりキラキラしてます。
And this guy just exhausts me.
そうか。お嬢さんに会えた喜びが全身から溢れてしまっているみたいだ。
Huh.
言ってる。
Listening to them banter back and forth, it struck me with how relaxed everyone seemed. It was as if they were lounging in their own living room at home. Something doesn't seem right. In fact, even though these men had presumably moved in only a day or two before, the entire house felt strangely lived in. Not only that,
皆さん、もともとお知り合いだったんですか？ずいぶん仲が良さそうに見えますけど。
それ1ヶ月もここで一緒に暮らしてる。馴染まねえ方がおかしいだろ。
oh, they believe each other.
1ヶ月？
Is that what Costco was doing?
はあ。ちょうどお嬢さんが夏休みに入る頃。
Oh my god, he didn't go to England.
俺たち全員がこの家に集められてね。
He lied.
最初のうちは結構戸惑ったよね。
Yeah,
みんなよく
he lied.
強くて。
ほんと、春日さんがいてくれてよかった。俺たちだけじゃ絶対めちゃくちゃだったと思います。
はい。
あなた、イギリスの執事学校に留学してたんじゃなかった？
Oh my god, everybody whispering. Okay, hold on. Everybody whispering.
環境整備は私の仕事です。
Okay, turn that down. Yes. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. Hearing the tremor in my voice, Kasuga sighed heavily and shook his head.
申し訳ございません。すべて大旦那様のご命令で。
yeah. Yeah, I don't want Prince to come into a dead body. So Niall better fucking get along. Of all the shocks I'd had today, this was without a doubt the biggest one.
よくわかんねえけど、修羅場はその辺にしとけよ。
Shut the fuck up, I hate
お
you.
嬢が混乱すんのもわかるけどさ、今日から俺らが一緒に暮らしてくってのは、とにかくよろしくやってこうぜ。お互いに。ね。
あ、どうかよろしく。
よろしくね、小鳥ちゃん。
He calls me Kotori-chan. That's so cute.
よろしくお願いします。
The four suitors flashed bright smiles at me while Kasuga turned away in awkward embarrassment. I looked at them dazedly and thought, there isn't a single person I can confide in this entire house. We can't even trust Kasuga. Our room was very pink. Kasuga was correct when he said my belongings had already been moved in. Checking my outfits, I found a choice selection of my outfits. I changed out of my school uniform, sighing deeply as I sat on my new, unfamiliar bed. Seriously, what in the world is going on? Men I'd never met proposed to me out of nowhere, a stunt arranged by my own grandfather, no less. I was ousted from my home too quickly for me to raise any objections and forced into a joint living situation with these strange new suitors. And to top it all off, improving his skills as a butler my foot. He was lying to me the entire time. Kasuga, of all people, lied to me. He lied. Then he abandoned me for an entire month in order to live in this house with my suitors. Kasuga, you traitor. I'll never forgive you for this. A knock on my door startled me out of my stewing thoughts. There were only two people in this house permitted on this floor, me and him.
お着替えはお済みですか？軽食をお持ちいたしました。昼食を取るタイミングがありませんでしたので、空腹でいらっしゃるかと。
His voice sounded more timid than usual. He was likely feeling guilty about his deception. It's far too late for you to act remorseful. I was sorely tempted to ignore him completely, but no, I shook my head thinking again. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Righteous anger propelled me as I stalked towards the door where he waited. I thought I saw him breathe a small sigh of relief as he walked in and began setting out tea. But I did not go to sit on the sofa. I stood where I was, glaring at his every move.
こちらの茶葉は、お嬢様のお好みに合わせてブレンドしたものです。良い。軽食は、いちごのフルーツサンドをご用意しました。質の良いクリームを使っているので、濃厚ですよ。
Kasuga sounded exactly as he always did, and for some reason that got my last nerve. I turned away from the tea and sandwich on the table, even though they were favorites of mine. I have so much that I want to say to him that I don't even know where to start.
お嬢様、紅茶が冷めますよ。
What I wanted wasn't tea or snacks. Kasuga knew that, yet he politely danced around the subject. It was driving me
お
mad.
嬢様。
I'll not allow him to weasel his way out of this. Not this time. I am mad. I'm the one who feels like sighing. Harry's quiet sigh behind my back was like nails down a blackboard. I was gonna speak up when... A hand descended lightly onto my shoulder, making one short, soothing pat. I could swat his hand away, tell him not to touch me. But my body didn't move. I could ignore him, but I couldn't make myself shut him out entirely.
怒っておられますか？
No fucking shit, Sherlock.
怒られる覚えはあるんでしょ？
ないといえば嘘になりますね。
はい、嘘になります。
言い訳くらいしたら？
では、お顔を見せてください。
いや。
I'm not looking at you.
お嬢様。今回のことは、すべて大旦那様のご命令です。
I'm not looking at you.
ならば、一階の執事である私に従わないという選択はありません。
わかってるわよ。それくらい。
I'm mad at you, Kasuga. I'm mad at you. At the end of the day, Kasuga was a Tojo family employee who couldn't refuse grandfather's orders. And yet, until today, he'd always put me first, always taken my side. He was someone I could absolutely trust. This summer was the first time he'd ever left my side, and the first time he'd ever lied to me. Is it any wonder it was such a big shock to
い
me?
くらおじい様の命令でもせめて私に一言断るくらい。
Oh.
それが叶うならそうしていました。解雇すると言われさえしなければ、花婿候補のこともお嬢様への嘘も命令に従わなければ解雇するとお嬢様のおそばにいる権利を盾に取られてしまっては私になすすべはありませんでした。
Well, now I feel bad.
そんな。
If what Casca said was true, then I could see why he did what he did. I finally understood. That meddling ogre! He really went that far just to make me take a husband. I know he believes the end justifies the means, but that's going too far. The sizzling anger I felt at Casca instantly leapt over to my grandfather. Casca hadn't done anything wrong. It was that ancient villain's fault. Oh, we are absolutely vicious to our grandfather, as we should be.
カスがあの。
しかし事情はどうあれ、よりによって私がお嬢様を傷つけてしまった。
Oh.
ええ、それはまあ。
お怒りはごもっとも簡単にお許しいただけるはずもない。ならば
Casca.
私はこの身をもって
What?
誠意を示すのみです。
What? What?
誠意？
I have a very bad feeling about this. Suddenly, I felt a chill run down my spine.
腹を切ります。
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
大丈夫、死にはしません。己への罰です。サクッと切ってパパッと縫うので。
Casca, don't do that.
待って。
お嬢様専属執事である春日の覚悟、どうぞその目でご確認ください。
やめて、わかった、許す。そんなことしなくていいから。
I forgive you, don't slice yourself open. I rolled around the face of
さ
it.
すがはお嬢様、寛大なお心感謝いたします。
Casca. I'm upset again. Saw him standing there, a small grin on his face.
カスが。
はい。
He raised an eyebrow, delivered a dry yes that he didn't give voice to. Oh, his raised eyebrow delivered a dry yes that he didn't give voice to. Yeah, I slept back in my seat.
お腹すいた。
Give me the fucking
かし
sandwich.
こまりました。ではお茶を入れ直しましょう。
He's such a manipulative piece of shit. I love it. Filling my tummy with my favorite snacks was a big help in calming my churning thoughts.
それにしても、おじい様は一体何を考えてるの？いきなり花婿候補だなんて。
Yeah, why now?
いきなりというわけでもありません。
Oh, what?
実を申しますと、お嬢様への縁談はこの1年ほどで急激に増えておりました。
急激にって、そんなにあったかしら？
I remember a big change in the numbers of my
お
marriage
嬢様にご
proposals.
確認いただいたのはごく一部。それ以外は私が処理しておりましたので。
Oh, I thank you, Casca. One look at the cool smile on his face convinced me not to ask for further details on the rejected applicants. That seemed like the wisest idea.
おじい様は私にいつまでも選ぶ余地があると思うなって言ってたけど、もしかして私が思っていた以上に良縁をと焦っていたのかしら？
Don't assume our grandfather has any sort of good intentions. You saw him.
いえ、少なくとも私が知る限り、大旦那様はお嬢様の花婿問題について静観の立場を取っておられました。
え？じゃあどうして？
Yeah, why all
つ
this?
まり、せいておられる方が他にいたということです。
Oh, what? I can think of only one reason why Casca would be so vague about the culprits.
東条の親類縁者ご一同様ね。
Oh, my other lovely relatives decided to meddle. I didn't bother to keep my voice free of sarcasm. Casca simply nodded
お
quietly.
耳に入れるのもはばかられることですが、彼らの間では今度こそ失敗は許されないとの声が上がっていたようです。
Well, I'm not marrying my cousin.
お父様のように駆け落ちでもされる前
Oh.
に縛り付けてしまおうということね。
Oh. Casca didn't say anything. I quietly bit my lip. My father had been the only heir to the Tojo family before me. He received mountains of marriage offers from many appropriate candidates. But father had no interest in any well-born ladies. Instead, he fell for an average woman, my mother. The family, of course, was strictly against it, so the two of them traveled overseas and eloped. I lived with grandfather instead of my parents because the two of them died in an accident. Or so I've been told. My childhood memories are vague. I don't recall much of the time I spent with them. It was also unbearably stupid.
私、道場を継ぐ覚悟はしてるのよ。
無論、承知しています。
そのための努力も惜しんだことはない。でも、まだ信用されていないみたいね。
Oh my.
そのようなことをおっしゃる方はごく一部です。しかし、その一部が厄介なのでしょう。大旦那様が行動せざるを得ないほど。
Gotcha.
待って。ということは、つまり。
The four suitors, they look like ruffians to me, but if they're here, that means they are qualified enough to satisfy my relatives.
そんな名家の出だなんて。そうなると、あまり雑には扱えないわね。
I mean, when the guy who's half French. Oh, what? Casca? What do you mean? Eh? I blinked, look at Casca in confusion. His eyes quickly slid away from mine.
どうかしたの?
Casca, what's the matter?
いえ、大変申し上げにくいことなのですが。
Say it, say it.
もうこれ以上隠し事は嫌。
Yeah, no more secrets.
かしこまりました。
Casca wilted under my glare, handing a small stack of papers to me.
気をしっかり持って。
Brace yourself! Brace yourself? I don't like that! Oh, so as I slipped the controller. I gave Casca a quizzical look, then took the papers and flipped through them. After a minute... Huh.
これ
His background reports.
事実です。
Oh.
待って。きっと何かの間違いよ。こんな。
現実です。
The stark tone of Casca's voice made me swallow hard. I looked at the papers again, making a conscious effort to stop my hands from shaking.
三森一也、26歳、7月13日生まれ。
That note! Cancer blood type A.
詐欺。
Attempted marriage fraud! It's very possible the information Mitsumori provided about his education, employment, and family background is fraudulent.
イスルギタイガ、23歳、12月3日生まれ。
Oh my god.
B 型。
A drift from the family history frequently travels overseas for unknown reasons.
ギャンブル教の疑い?
Yeah, suspected gambling addict. He hates milk. That's so weird. Yep. Oh my god. Oh. Favorite music. Oh, least favorite bananas. Okay. Resident is it a French record of life and achievements is murky after age 16. Naturally born kept man. Whoa, okay. Oh. Least favorite nun will eat a tennis ball if offered. Oh my god. Well, we share some favorite music stuff. I think I share favorite music with almost everybody except for Pinky. Yagami has taken first place in several martial arts competitions, but mysteriously withdrew before accepting the prize. Walking Dead generator. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was so stunned it took me a minute to remember to scream.
落ち着いてください、お嬢様。
落ち着けるわけないでしょ。こんなバカなありえない、信じられない。
ちなみに 全員無職です。
No, the final straw. All 4 of them are currently unemployed. My husband is unemployed. I wasn't one to feel faint, but the contents of the report slammed on me like a truck. The room went black. How did this happen?
お嬢様、お気を確かに。お嬢様。
You did this to me, Casca. You did this to me. Oh my god. A sudden proposal. Clear. Oh, whoa. Welcome to the intermission screen. I'm sorry, the what screen? Here we'll explain the Barricade board, WIS, and how continuous play works. This is the weirdest visual novel I've ever seen. The Barricade board lays out all the events of the story across a game board, much like a flowchart. I don't know. You can pick which events you want to play for the scenario currently available on the board. This lets you advance the story's happenings in any order you wish. Oh, okay, interesting. Events that are available for play are highlighted with this. Like this. Cleared events turn white. Black boxes mark events that have yet to be unlocked. Events that contain CGs have a little thing. Locked events can be opened by clearing the preceding event on the Barricade board. That said, extra requirements are sometimes necessary to unlock certain events. When the preceding event on the Barricade board is cleared, hover the cursor over the event to receive a hint about what you need to do. A second friend, clear at least one suitor's level 1 board to unlock. Oh, interesting. Every suitor has their own Barricade board. These unlock as the story progresses. Yeah, this is so weird. In New Game Plus, you can skip events you've already viewed. This is handy if you want to skip it directly to still unseen content. Okay, some events can't be skipped. Let's move to the WIS tutorial. After clearing an event and returning to the intermission screen, characters may send you a WIS message. You can, oh, like Whisper. You can read their salutations here. Sometimes these messages can spark a conversation you can reply to. Dialogue changes according to your responses. You can revisit events and reread WIS messages at any time via the gallery option. Almost done. Let's introduce continuous play. Continuous play lets you play through events in succession without intermissions between. When continuous play is on, you can only receive your WIS messages. The WIS messages sent to you can be viewed through the gallery option on the title page. Okay. Okay. Thank you for reading tutorial. Choose one of the events below start play. Okay, menu. Option. Yes, continuous play off. Don't skip. Oh my god. First impressions. Yeah, what are their first impressions? Yeah, this is like the weirdest thing I've ever... What the hell is Rabby? Okay, it doesn't let me... Okay, I can't switch boards either. I'm so... This is so... weird. It's very interesting. I want to know what they think of me.
その前に俺は君たちに謝りたい。
Why? What?
ごめん。申し訳なかった。
Why is he apologizing?
まさかこんなにも早く決着がつくなんて。さすがの俺も予想外だったよ。
What? What is he talking about?
けどこればっかりは仕方ない。誰が選ばれたか恨みっこなしだろ。今回はそれが俺だっただけで。
No, you're not. God, now you tell you're dumb as a box of rocks.
彼女の目を見れば一目瞭然さ。察してあげるのが男ってものだよ。
そうだったんだ。俺全然気づかなかった。でもそれじゃもう俺たちって用済みになっちゃうんですか？明日には出ていけって言われるとか？
The sheer audacity of this man.
ねえ、なゆた。僕喉乾いた。ミネラルウォーター取ってきて。
Is nice enough that he butler?
今それどころじゃ。
なゆた、お願い。
もうちょっと待っててください。
ナイトにも気の毒なことを。
Pity poor naive.
一夜大丈夫？ちゃんと起きてる？
You are among the waking world, yes.
夢を語るのはいいけど、ちゃんと現実との区別をつけないとおかしな人だと思われちゃうよ。
Go for it, Shion. Rip this man a new one.
俺らはスルーしてやれるけど、ナユタは違うからな。寝言はベッドの中だけにしとけ。
いやいや、現実が見えてないのは君たちの方で。
Where did that man get
おっ
punched?
と、手が滑っちまった。悪い悪い。
Where did he get punched?
はい、シオンさん。お水持ってきましたよ。
Oh, you sent him out to get
ありが
water
とう
soon.
でもごめん、これ違う。僕が欲しかったのはガス抜きの方。
Ah.
先に言ってくださいよ。ガス抜き、ガス抜き。
Yeah, sparkling water's disgusting. Sparkling water tastes like TV static. It's gross.
ちょっとタイガー、さすがにひどくないかい？
I don't know, dude. I think you deserve to get punched in the dick for that
そ
one.
れもタイガの親切だよ。一夜。また手が滑らないように気をつけないとね。
腹が別の意味で割れる前に黙っとけ。
Oh, he only punched him in the side? Well, okay then.
暴力反対。
よくわかんないから全部持ってきました。好きなの選んでください。
I just brought them all!
ありがとう。
That's like
ナユタはいい子だね。
that's like the dude that you asked to go pick you up pads and he's like, what size? What size do you wear? And you're like, I need this exact, I need, you know, overnight with wings, etc, etc, etc. And he literally is just like, he comes back, he's like, I didn't know what you wanted, so I got you one of everything. You're just like, well shit. Now I have enough pads to last me a while.
そうやって子供扱いする。そんなに年変わんないのに。ああ、もういいから話戻すぞ。なよた、お前はお嬢に会ってみてどうだった？
What do you think of her?
写真で見るよりずっと綺麗だなって。年下の女
Oh
の
my
子なのに
god.
なんか迫力あって、さすが東条のお姫様っていうか。
Ugh.
言うなれば凛と咲き誇る一輪のバラかな。それでいてまだ未成熟な香りも漂う。
Uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable with that sentence.
確かにいい匂いしました。あと睨まれるとゾクゾクするっていうか、ちょっと叱られてみたい感じで。
Nayuta? Nayuta? どう M? Nayuta? どう M ですか? Nayuta, I gotta show you to Lottie. She'll love you. You look like the type that she would want to top. You're stupid as a box of rocks.
ああ、トゲが鋭そうなところがまたそそるね。あえて傷つくのを承知で挑みたくなる。
Is this just a room of masochists? We're at 2 now.
お前らちょっと変態くせえぞ。
You know, I will agree with you there, Taiga. Some twisted kings.
特殊性癖なのかな。彼女が理解のある人だといいね。
Some unique preferences.
違う、俺は至ってノーマル。
Nah, you're not.
特殊性癖って何ですか？
Oh, sweet, sweet innocent child.
後で一夜に教えてもらえ。で、シオン、お前は？
可愛い子だなと思ったよ。見てて微笑ましい感じで。
Oh.
お嬢さんって可愛いより綺麗系だと思うけどな。
Pretty cute. I prefer being cute.
ルックスのことじゃなくて、僕から見た印象の話。
Oh?
いろいろ疲れてそうだから、癒してあげられたらいいなと思うよ。僕、そういうの得意だしね。
What? What?
ほう、それがお前の手ってやつ？さすがだな。
What? What?
そういう大河は
俺、クソ生意気な女。思ったよりガキって。
That took me by surprise. I think she's a sharp-tongued bitch.
ああいう鼻っ柱が強いの見ると泣かしてやりたくなるんだ。
Oh, that was the worst time to take a drink of water. Oh my god. Whoa, Taiga. Whoa, Taiga. Whoa, Taiga. Whoa, Taiga, slow down.
タイガさんのいじめっ子。
Yeah, he's mean.
ああ、お前も泣くか？
Sure, if you do that, I'll watch happily.
やだ。
Yeah, I'm not into men that way, are you? I have bad
なん
things
だ
for you.
タイガも十分変態じゃないか。
Yeah, but Taiga's does. Does is easier to deal with. Possibly. No, now that I say that, I take that back. Does and doem are pretty similarly difficult to deal with.
お前にだけは言われたくねえわ。
Yeah, you too. You're a little.
3人がそれぞれベクトルの違う変態なのはよくわかったけど、
Alright, yeah, y'all are all perverts. Moving on.
結局のところ、みんな小鳥ちゃんに好感を抱いたってことでいいんだよね。
Oh, I love it. He calls me Kotori-chan, even though it's wrong.
もちろん。
当たり前です。
何の確認だそれ。
ライバルの意思確認だよ。大事なことでしょ。彼女に選んでもらえるのは一人だけ。僕たちはそのためにここにいるんだし、悠長に構えてはいられないよね。
そうだった。ってあれ？でもさっき選ばれたのは一夜さんだって。
ああ、彼女の目を見れば。
一夜腹。
そうだな。選ばれたというのは少し言い過ぎだったかもしれない。
I love Taiga in the background, like, I'll punch you in the fucking gut.
でも確実に一歩リードはさせてもらってると思うけどね。
Oh, I needed to do that. Gosh, God bless it. Oh, my fucking shoulder. Owie. Owie. That was my shoulder. Okay, moving on.
つまり俺たちはまだこの家を出ていかなくていいってことですか？
Yep, not kicked out yet.
当たり前だろ。勝負はまだ始まったばかりだってのは。
Contest has just begun.
よかった。
僕も僕なりに頑張らないと。あ、抜け駆けは禁止だなんて野暮なことは言わないよね。
Oh, unfair? What?
当然さ。何がきっかけで火がつくのかわからないのが恋だからね。彼女の心を射止めたものが正義だろ。
I'm so confused.
一夜ならそう言うと思ってた。お互い頑張ろうね。
望むところだよ。
俺だって頑張りますよ。お嬢さんに選ばれるように。
I won't, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. You just keep doing what you're doing. Because, I'm not gonna pick you. Let's just be real obvious about that. Not happening.
おお、頑張れ頑張れ。やる気満々で結構なことだ。
Yeah, we're all jazzed.
なんかタイガさん、一人だけ一言っぽい。
きっとそれが大河のってなんだよ。気をつけないとね。
Be careful.
なるほど。勉強になります。
Oh my god, Nagata.
シオン、お前意外と根に持つタイプなのな。
そんなことないよ。素直にそう思ったから言っただけ。
Goodness gracious.
さて、あの様子じゃ、今日はもう小鳥ちゃんと話はできそうにないし、
Yeah.
僕も部屋に戻るよ。おやすみ。
Alright. Oh yeah,
俺も
Cindy.
そうさせてもらおう。朝食のレシピを練りたいしね。
Oh, is he gonna cook breakfast? If you cook for me,
ご機嫌はいかがかな？
if you cook for me, you might be able to get past your whole attitude problem.
明日の朝には早くも2歩くらいリードできそうな気がするよ。それじゃあ失礼。
あ、俺ちょっとその辺走ってきます。思いっきり体動かしたい気分だし。
Jiminy fucking Christmas. Ugh. Who goes for a run? A walk? Yeah, but a run. Ugh.
迷子になっても迎えには行かねえから気ぃつけろよ。
Nope, they don't.
なりませんよーだ。
You just kind of have to remember the names.
勝負は始まったばかり。
And who's who.
面白くはなりそうだな。あー、ビール飲みてー。なんかつまみあったっけな。
Alright, well. Chapter done. Yeah, they could have color-coded it to hair. That would have been easier. Alright, interview with the suitors. Alright, let's do this. Interview with the suitors. I know, they're all like really quiet. It's a little insane.
ああ、適当に変えちまえ。
I'm gonna turn everything way down and then way up for all of us to see if that helps. Because there's a lot of mumbling in this. The school? Oh, that's right. Summer vacation had ended. Then on the way home...
東條さん
Much better. Okay.
突然悪いね。
Maybe a little too loud, but we'll see.
早速だけど
Uh-huh.
せーの。
結婚してください。
Oh. That was loud. It was a little loud. Little loud. So let's
女の
not
子はデリケー
status.
トだからな。あ、俺いじってみてもいいですか？
Yeah. Don't mess with my flashback. Flashback. They suddenly proposed to me and I... Oh god! Oh, nightmare.
東條家の一人娘。
こいつを手に入れりゃ。
Oh.
勝ち組だよね。
一生遊んで暮らせます。
That's right, they're all fuckers.
あなたたち一体何を。
逆玉万歳。
Very cultic. Oh my god.
最悪。
This is a nightmare. That was the most hilarious nightmare, yeah.
おはようございます。お嬢様、どうかなさいましたか？顔色が悪いようですが。
なんでもない。ちょっと夢見が悪かっただけ。
Why are we still mumbling? Oh, hiccups.
小鳥ちゃんおはよう。いい朝だね。
しおさん、おはよう。おわら。Big water drink. This is the blonde one I like. This is the blonde one I like. しお、結婚して。結婚してください。結婚したいのよ。
おはようございます。
I was starting to wince automatically when one of the... Oh? Suitors drew near. Xiao didn't seem to notice. Smiling beautifully, he leaned forward to look in my eyes. I misread that. I read that as he leaned forward to lick in my eyes. That's Xian's kink, eye licking. Not like I can say anything about weird shit and eyes. I still I'm gonna leave it at that. But let's just say it's not sexual. It's not a sexual thing. I don't have a sexual thing about eyes. It's simply that I read Ender's Game as a small child, or, you know, small child. I was in, like, middle school. And there's that scene in Ender's Game where he pops the giant, yeah, it does sound extremely unsanitary. There's a scene where he pops the giant's eye, and it's described extremely graphically. And now forever, my brain has this, I've forever been cursed with the intrusive thought of, what if you just poked someone's eye? Would it do what it did in the book? And I'm like, we're not doing that. No, thank you, brain. We're not doing that.
なんですか?
寝不足かな? 気をつけなきゃ。せっかく綺麗な肌なんだから。
Okay, so here's the other. No, I'm poking his ears. That's the other thing. My So, welcome to Prince story time. It's not a Prince stream without a single Prince story time. So back in middle school, this is before I read Ender's Game. This is like the year before I read Ender's Game. I was home sick because I had a UTI. UTI suck absolute ass. But so I was curled up in some pillows and stuff because it hurt to walk. And I was home from school and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna read fan fiction on my DSi because yeah, because I wasn't allowed to have a computer in my room. But so I pulled up fan fiction. This was fanfiction.net. That's how old it was. And I was into Kingdom Hearts at the time, so I was like, I'm gonna look up Kingdom Hearts fan fiction. And there was one that it was like, this is a horror fic, and I was like, I'm okay on horror. Yeah. In fact, that was how I browsed the internet where my parents couldn't monitor what I did. All I did was read fan fiction. That's all I did. It was fan fiction. That was how I read my fan fiction. But so I was like, oh, I was like, I'm not good with horror, but I can handle written horror. That's not as scary. It is forever. It's one of those things where you're like, I shouldn't have done that. Because now forever and ever in my brain, it is, this one scene is seared into the Prince brain memory of, reading, poor baby Prince, of reading, a guy eating an eyeball. And that was also described extremely vividly. So I'm just like, what? Yeah, it was, let's see, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th, 12th. Yeah, it was over probably about 8 years ago, 8 to 9 years ago. And I still remember it. No. I don't remember why. There was like a whole cannibalism aspect to that fic that I don't remember why. I think it had like vampires, but cannibals? I don't know. All I remember is he like picked it up like a grape and then ate it. And my brain went, well, that's weird. I should have stopped reading at that point. I should have gone, okay, yeah, I should have stopped. I should have been like, this is enough. This is enough. No, I read that fic all the way to the end. I shouldn't have. So yes, Prince stories, the horrific ones. Let's see, if in middle school we had at least done the dissection on a sheep eyeball, I wouldn't have to worry about these thoughts anymore. They'd be taken care of. I would know what it does. My brain would be like, all right, curiosity sated. But no, we had to operate on a frog. So I can't even go like, yeah, I know what that looks like. No. All right, hey, Shion! Love me? He reached up and gently brushed the corner of my eye. Startled, I jumped backwards.
びっくりした。どうしたんですか？
ごめんなさい。 おはようございます、八神さん。
Why we number?
おはようございます。うわあ、なんか新鮮。朝からお嬢さんと挨拶できるとか嘘みたい。
Do you never talk to women? He does. He does. He looks like Chungun. Yeah.
僕もそう思う。
I could take that from Shion. I'll happily take that from Shion, but Nayuta, have you ever talked to a woman before?
なんだお前ら、入り口に溜まってんじゃねえよ、邪魔だろ。
あ、タイガさん、おはようございます。見てくださいよ、ほらほら。
It's me, hi. Yagami excitedly grabbed me by the shoulders and shoved me in front of Mitsurugi.
ああ、つうかなよた、朝からうるせえ。
そうじゃなくて、それはいいから、お嬢さん。
Hi, I'm here. Yeah.
お嬢がどうしたよ。
Yeah, it is. What about it?
だから朝からお嬢さんとおはようって挨拶できるのってめちゃくちゃ新鮮じゃないですか。
What no pussy does to a motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do it. I'm sorry I had to do it. Isurugi gave me a look that screamed, "The hell do I care?" and then turned back to Yagami. Heaving a sigh, he rubbed his eyes.
ここに住んでんだから当たり前だろ。いいからもうちょいテンション下げろ。くっそ眠いんだよこっちは。
タイガがこの時間に起きてくるの珍しいね。もしかして徹夜？
Is he not a morning person?
ああ、ちょっとね。ダチと電話してたらうっかり盛り上がっちまって。
不健康だな。朝はちゃんと起きてご飯食べないと元気になれないでしょ。
母ちゃんかお前は。俺はもともと朝あんま食わねえんだって。
Oh. Stop talking about me like I'm not here. Yagami was still clutching my shoulders. I looked around desperately hunting for an excuse to escape. Entirely by accident, I met Mayuzumi.
小鳥ちゃん、お腹すいた？ご飯食べに行こう。
Yes, let's go eat.
あ、そうですね。一夜さんがすっごく張り切ってたんですよ。行きましょう。
That reminds me, I'm hungry again. I don't know if I want to make pasta or rice later. We'll see.
押さないで。
胃が重い。
Oh, that was a weird voice line.
一夜さん、お嬢さん連れてきましたよ。
Hi. You don't have to announce that every time.
あ、待って、すぐに行くよ。
はい、ここに座ってね。
Am I gonna have any opportunity to get a word in?
やあ、お嬢さん、おはよう。朝から君の顔が見られて嬉しいよ。今日も綺麗だね。
I wouldn't say no to someone cooking for me every morning.
おはようございます。
Then again, I'm also not a morning person. So, that or I don't
昨日
eat.
はずいぶん疲れてしまったようだね。君のいない夕食はとても味気なかった。
What? What?
でも、今朝はこうして出てきてくれた。ありがとう。本当に嬉しいよ。やっと俺の手料理を食べてもらえる。
Oh, okay.
君の好みはまだよくわからないけど、腕によりをかけて作ったんだ。
Okay.
愛を込めた君のためだけの朝食。じっくりと味わってくれると嬉しい。
Yikes. It's strange. For some reason, just talking to Mitsumori talk drains me physically and mentally.
おーい、一夜、惹かれてんぞ。
分かってないな、タイガー。彼女は照れているんだよ。
All about what?
お腹空いてるんですよ。一夜さん、俺も早くご飯。
I don't know. I don't know.
一夜、 僕いつものフルーツとヨーグルトお願い。
君たち、優先順位というものを少しは考えてくれないか。
There's a priority list.
ああ、俺いらんねえ。青汁くれ。
Veggie smoothie?
自分でやってくれ。すまないね、お嬢さん。彼らは嫉妬しているんだ。
Oh no!
料理は俺だけの得意分野だからね。
Oh no!
もちろん真っ先に君の朝食を用意するよ。卵は何がいいかな？目玉焼き？それともオムレツ？お好みでどうぞ。
俺目玉焼き半熟がいいです。
He's not talking to you!
だからなゆた、君じゃない。
I think our grandfather picked these people because he hates us.
一夜、コーヒーは？
お湯なら沸いてる。勝手にやってくれ。
おい、俺の青汁どこやった？
Yeah.
もねえんだけど。
Spite husband.
タイガー、君昨日も出しっぱなしにしてただろう。あれならキッチンの棚にしまって。
Oh, Ichi has become the house mom.
ってそんなことどうでもいい。お嬢さん、卵は？
Did we leave?
あれ？
I think we left.
お嬢さんがいない。
Why she left?
お嬢なら途中で席立っただろう。それより俺の青汁。わかった。自分で取ってくれ。キッチンの棚な。
He's fucking, like, crushed. Poor puppy. He totally did like that we just left.
お嬢様、朝食はもうお済みなんですか？
Not hungry.
学校に行く。車を出して。
わかりました。
The exhausted look on my face must have tipped Kasuga off as he quickly and quietly followed my orders. Is it gonna be like this every day? I slumped back in the seat, my empty stomach grumbling in protest. Yeah, we didn't eat.
そんな感じで、昨日はずっと混乱しっぱなし。今朝も騒がしくて。
Oh.
それは大変でしたわね。
Very tie-in.
今でも信じたくないわよ。結婚詐欺師にギャンブルぐらい、根っからの紐に借金製造機。
Okay, I have to look this up. What does kept man mean? What is a kept man? Oh! Trophy husband. Well, shit. Well, shit. Yeah, all four of the students are gold diggers. I just knew it. The mere thought of having to talk to them again made my blood boil. So stab!
エビフライに罪はありませんわよ。
I stabbed by Shrimpy.
それにあのクソジジイの顔。好きなのを選べですって。どれもお断りよ。
Well, it makes me want. At least you want Shrimpies. No, I know no quick load available. Oh, stab, 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 stab.
エビフライが無残な姿に。
Help us, little Shrimpy. Sumuki put her hands together in a short prayer for the savaged remains of my lunch and then turned to me with a curious expression.
聞けば聞くほど、どうもおかしなお話ですわね。
何が？
おじい様が彼らを選んだ理由です。仮にも搭乗家次期当主の婿ですわよ。なぜそんな地雷物件ばかりを選ばれたのか。
Exactly. Why would he choose just scandals? I wondered about that too. Was he honestly trying to marry me off? If so, why would he pick some poor men? But after thinking about it for hours, I still had no clue what grandfather was up to.
きっと面白がってるだけよ。
I'm sure he's just using my misery as a source of entertainment.
それはどうでしょう。
Yeah, what else?
おじい様は確かにお茶目な一面もお持ちですけれど、悪趣味な方ではありませんわ。
See, we can't romance the butler, else I would. These fuckers to train? Oh, he threw us in the sharks.
きっと何かお考えがあるのだと思います。ただ、それが何かまでは私にはわかりませんけれど。
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh. I knew what Tsumugi was trying to say. I didn't honestly believe the grandfather was just messing with me to entertain himself either. But it was just...
紬はおじい様びいきよね。
Oh.
おじい様も紬のことはずいぶん気に入ってるもの。
That is true, Holly. That is true.
確かによくしていただいておりますが、それはあくまで私があなたのお友達だからですわ。
Yeah, true. If you open up with trash, everything else looks better.
それだけじゃないでしょ。
私がおばあ様の
Whoa, Grandpa! She's 17! Grandpa!
おじい様はいかにもな大和なでしこがお好み。
Oh, okay, just for...
きっと紬みたいな孫が欲しかったに違いないわ。
Tsumugi smiled warily at the sulky tone of my voice.
そんなことあるわけないですわ。おじい様はああ見えて、あなたのことをとても大事に思ってらっしゃいますわよ。
Coulda fooled me.
それはない。
Oh god! I nearly shouted, my hands clenched into
大事
fists.
な孫にこの仕打ちはないでしょ。
Tsumugi noticed my trembling fists and said nothing. She simply gave me an ambiguous smile. I had nothing more to say either, so I simply turned back to my lunch. This is awkward. I started to regret my earlier outburst as I attempted to eat the mauled chunks of fried shrimp on my plate. Eh.
ところで、花婿候補様方のことで、私、どうしても気になることがありますの。
Oh, truly? Once we both finished our meals, Tsumugi once again broached the subject. Her voice was serious. Solemn, I straightened my posture and gave her my full attention. After a heavy pause, she said,
ズバリ、あなたのお好みはどなた？
I mean, you know.
Huh?
What? I finally understood what rendered speechless meant. I feel like I've been struck silent more in the last 24 hours than I have my entire life.
正門プロポーズでお見かけした限り、皆さんそれぞれ違ったタイプの美形でしたし、何より4人のイケメンから突然のプロポーズ、しかも一つ屋根の下でルームシェア、お姫様のハートを射止める王子は誰？これではまるで乙女ゲームの世界ですわ。
She's an otaku! I swallowed hard, Tsumugi's sudden rapid-fire gushing taking me entirely by surprise.
あの人たちを地雷物件って言ったの紬だったわよね。
事実ですもの。ですが、
I did yes, but
それとこれとは別問題。私のあなたがレベルアップする素晴らしい機会ですもの。
oh,
レベルアップ？
mm-hmm. Yeah, no
あ
way.
なたは可愛らしさ 120% の性格、麗しいその容姿に頭脳明晰という才色兼備
Oh.
ですが、唯一足りないものがありますの。それはロマンス。お分かりですか？女の子はロマンスを経て美しい蝶へと変身しますのよ。
Okay.
どうせ共同生活から逃げられないのなら甘いロマンスをちょっと味見するのもよろしいんじゃなくて？
Oh my. Tsumugi looked at me, a bright smile on her face, but I was speechless yet again. I'd said I wanted to avoid dealing with these men. How did that turn into a discussion about sweet romance? Tsumugi could be a mysterious best friend.
でもそんなことしたらまんまとあの人たちの狙い通りに。
それなりに楽しんだらこれで万事解決ですわ。
Samugi, that's ruthless. Dump them?
というのは半分冗談として
I kid. Mostly. Only mostly?
有効な戦略を練るには情報が必要ですわ。
Yeah,
思い
Samugi.
切って彼らに接近し探りを入れるというのはいかがでしょう。
I don't know, Samugi. I'm not the type for hookups and flings.
情報。
ええ、もしかしたらおじいさまの思惑についても何かつかめるかもしれませんわ。
She has a point. The background sheets I'd been given yesterday had only a few snippets of the most basic information. Casca would never present me with anything so sloppily prepared, if he could help it. But it was possible that the amount of information he could give me was restricted. And if that was the case, Samugi was right. If I was going to learn anything about these men, I had to find out myself. But
でもそれってリスクも。
the risk. Smirk. I looked up, and for some reason, Samugi had a creepy little smirk on her face. She blinked, and the smirk quickly transformed into her usual cute smile.
大丈夫ですわ。何でもありませんのよ。
Samugi is scary.
ロマンスに揺れるあなたのお姿を堪能し、
Oh,
同
doesn't
時に
she?
新作ネタにしたいだなんて。
つむぎ？
おほほほほほ。
I love Samugi. I take it back, I love Samugi. Seriously, if it wasn't for that one hobby of hers. I sighed heavily, slumping helplessly in my seat again. Alright, welcome
お帰り
home.
なさいませ、お嬢様。
Tadaima.
ただいま。
As always, Kuka held out his hand. Yeah. Oh. And as always, I gave him my bag. It was a small daily ritual, but that's what made it so comforting. As soon as I take a single step inside the door, I'll be deep in enemy territory.
どうかなさいましたか？学校で何か。
We're thinking of this like some sort of fucking strategy game.
なんでもない。
Samugi just wants us to have a fling. My expression was undoubtedly grim. Kasuga looked like he wanted to say something, but instead he simply opened the door for me.
お嬢さん、やっと帰ってきてくれたんだね。この愛の城で君を待つ時間は長すぎて。
Do not want. Do not want. Do not want. We just fucking closed the door in his face!
お嬢様、お気持ちはわかりますが、冷静に。
Really? What? Nope.
さすが。あれを撤去して今すぐに。
Remove that person
お
immediately.
嬢様。
わかってるわよ。
I took a deep breath, steeled myself for the onslaught, and opened the door once again. Is he gonna start over immediately?
ああ、驚いた。あまりに待ち焦がれていたものだから、今のは夢かと思ってしまったよ。
Oh my god. A chill shivered down my spine, but I stood my ground and plastered a pleasant smile on my face. Well, pleasant-ish. The smile was more like a grimace.
もしかして君も同じだったのかな？真っ先に出迎えたのが俺だったから。だとしたら光栄だ。
Oh my god. This man is delusional. Hang in there, me. With enough self-discipline, I can endure this.
有効な戦略を練るには情報が必要ですわ。
I'll
思
be...
い切って彼らに接近し、探りを入れるというのはいかがでしょう。
Must I be friendly with him? Him? Samugi had it right. No matter how much he made me feel like vomiting, I had to try to be friendly enough to learn about him.
その見積もり。
大丈夫。わかっているよ。
Eh?
離れ離れで寂しかったんだろう。遠慮せずこの胸に飛び込んでおいで。あれ？照れてる？それとも期待されてるのはお帰りなさいのキスの方だったかな？
Oh! I just can't! Oh, I hope we shut the door in his face again. No, we just walked away. We just went,
もう結局逃げてるじゃない。それじゃ意味ないでしょ、私。
I ran to my room and slumped over, disappointed with my weakness. I thought I'd steeled myself, but when faced with the enemy, I still turned and ran. Embarrassing.
なるほど。敵を知るために自ら動こうと心
Stop hitting that button, Prince.
見事。
ほっといてよ。
Shut up.
お嬢様の場合、敵を知ることも大事ですが、まず己を知った方がよろしいかと。
Oh, know myself.
え？
そもそもお嬢様はこれまで自ら誰かにアプローチした経験など皆無ではありませんか？
Excuse me, that's rude.
それは。
Casca was right. Given my family status, many people tried to get to know me, but I never made that effort in return. I only become friends with Samugi because she'd initiated our relationship. I simply went along with it.
大切にお育てしたのがあだとなったか。お嬢様には少々コミュ障、いえ、人見知りの気がございます。
さらっと失礼なこと言わないでよ。私は別に。
では、彼らと仲良くなるために具体的にどのような手段を取るおつもりで？
それがだからなるべく逃げないようにして少しだけ会話を増やすとか。
I'll do my best.
すでに逃げの姿勢が見えるお言葉ですね。ちなみに具体的にはどのような会話を？
Don't be mean to me, Casca. I have social anxiety. I had no idea. How could I? I didn't even know what to talk to. I didn't even want to talk to them to begin with. Casca grinned wryly when he saw me slumped over.
ただでさえ苦手なことを明確なプランもなく進めようとしてもうまくいくはずがありませんよ。
じゃあどうすればいいの？
Yeah, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to come up with
そうですね。
conversations.
お嬢様の性格を踏まえると私がおすすめする方法は一つ。
Oh, you do? Casca smiled at me again.
面接です。
Oh, interviews. Huh?
結婚は永久就職とも言います。つまり現
Oh.
在彼らは搭乗系就職活動中のみと言えるでしょう。
Yeah?
そして就活には面接がつきものです。彼らには最初からそう宣言してこちらの流儀に従わせてしまえばよい。
Yes, make them conform to us.
下手に出ようとして失敗するよりとことん尋問してやろうというくらいのスタンスの方がお嬢様らしいかと。
Oh my god. Interrogate them at your leisure. He was right. Trust Casca to know me better than I knew myself. That could just work. It was time to say goodbye to the spineless girl who fled from the advances of the enemy. As of now, I'd become a hard-nosed interrogator.
ガスが今すぐ用意して面接するわよ。
I flashed Casca my most confident smile. He bowed gracefully in
かし
return.
こまりました。
This is gonna go badly. I just know it.
というわけで1時間後に面接を行います。
Everyone's like, what? I made my declaration, my haughty declaration after dinner.
私が皆さんを知るために必要なことです。ちなみに拒否権はありません。花婿候補としての義務とお考えください。
You have no right to refuse. Consider this part of your duties, my suitors. That just gave me a really fucking funny idea. I don't think I'll ever do it. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I think it would be extremely funny to play one of those like dating games with like 3 random Melrose and Yaz, and I ask like, you know, it's a Friday night. What would you find yourself doing? And stuff like that. I think that'd be really funny.
いや、つうか面接って俺ら就職に来たわけじゃねえんだけど。
嫌なら候補から外れていただくだけです。それと身なりもきちんと整えるようにお願いしますね。
You better come in better clothes than you're fucking wearing right now.
面接なので。
I think it could be fun. Everyone's like, oh shit.
では 時間になりましたらお一人ずつお呼びしますので、それまでごきげんよう。
Have a pleasant evening. I'll summon you when it's your turn. Have a pleasant evening. All four of them were stunned! Stunned! But the real surprise is yet to come. I went straight back to my rooms and started getting myself ready. Will this do? Yes, I think this will do very nicely.
失礼いたします。お嬢様、ご準備の方は。あ、その格好は一体。
Kasuga's like, oh.
彼らに身なりを整えるよう言った以上、私だってふさわしい装いが必要でしょ。
思った以上にノリノリですね。
You're far more into this than I expected.
どう？面接官に見える？
大変申し上げにくいのですが。
What are you gonna say, Kasuga? Huh?
やりすぎです。
You're going overboard!
どうして？何がダメ？我ながらいけると思ったのに。
形から入ろうとするのは悪い癖ですよ。それではただのコスプレでしょう。
You're barely cosplaying.
でも気分的にはこの方が。
学生の清掃は制服です。そのあたりで妥協なされては。お嬢様。
わかった。
Fine. I'll wear my school uniform. Make them really. I think we did, yeah. We just happened to have some we just happened to have prop glasses. I think he got it. Maybe I had taken things a teensy bit too far with my previous idea. Wear my school uniform to make them remember that I'm a high school student. God. Thank goodness he stopped me. What is... Are we still in ceasefire? We're still in a ceasefire. Meeting those men had seemingly thrown me further off my stride than I realized. I am me. I cannot change that. I have to get a grip. With perfect timing, Kasuga appeared right as I finished my personal pep talk.
それでは参りましょう。面接開始まであと5分です。
5 minutes. 5 minutes. I put on my best business face and deployed to the interview room with the resolve of a soldier. I'm a business cat. I do business, nya nya nya. Look at me, I'm a business cat. I do business, nya nya nya. Just paste my face over them.
こういう時はリラックスだよ、なゆた。
True, yeah.
ありのままの自分を見せれば OK。
You want to feel really like nostalgic? Here's a nostalgia bomb. Lol cats.
なんか適当に言われてる気がする。
つか、面接ってマジなんなんだよ。意味わかんねえ。
Or, even farther back, I can has cheeseburger.
いいじゃないか。考えようによってはこれは俺たちにとって絶好のチャンスだ。
Alright, boys, the only one who looked good. Yeah. I feel old yet. Y'all, the only ones who look good in their suits are Ichiya and Shion.
何しろお嬢さんと二人きりでじっくり話す機会を得られたんだからね。俺の魅力を存分にアピールできる。
頭に花咲いてるやつはいいよな。幸せそうでよ。
静粛に。これより面接を始めます。呼ばれた順に会場へどうぞ。
We are taking this very seriously. Alright, who's up first? Alright, here we go. Who should I call up first? I flipped through the papers in my hand, ultimately deciding on a certain set. The suitor I would call up first was... We're calling Shion up first because I want to know the most about him. Shion. Ah! Shion!
眉住シオンです。よろしくお願いします。
Mayuzumi smiled beautifully at me and swept his body into an elegant bow.
どうぞご着席ください。
ありがとう。
He sat down with swan-like grace. Nicely done. He's actually making a decent showing.
なんだか楽しいね。
Huh?
ああ、ごめん。面接なんて僕には一生縁がないと思ってたから、ちょっと新鮮で。変わったやり方だとは思うけど、これが小鳥ちゃん流なら頑張ってみるよ。よろしく。
Interviews were a necessary part of getting a job. Saying you never intended to undergo one was bold. Perhaps I shouldn't have judged him on his stellar manners alone. I straightened up and refocused myself.
それでは面接を始めます。
せっかく二人でおしゃべりするなら、お茶とお菓子も用意した方がいいかな。執事。
結構です。面接はお茶会とは違います。
It's not a tea party.
おしゃべりではなく、質疑応答です。よろしいですね。
うん、わかった。君がそう言うなら、どうぞ。
Oh, he just wants to have a nice tea party. I pretended not to notice the disappointment in his voice and moved on.
それではまず、搭乗系への婿入りを志望された動機をお聞かせください。
婿入りを希望したっていうよりも、小鳥ちゃんに会ってみたかったんだ。
Oh.
君が僕を必要としているかもって、そう思ったから。
私が
Me?
君が。
Yeah, that's an interesting phrasing. There's very little, sir, that you can provide that I can't get elsewhere. With things that will cost me far less money. I blinked, caught off guard by his strange statement. Why would he think that?
今のところ特に必要としていませんが。
I don't particularly need you at all right now, to be honest.
そう？実際に会ってみて、君の隣には僕が似合うって思ったけど。
Mayuzumi's words sounded considerate, but they had a distinct air of arrogance around them. I couldn't tell if he knew what I was thinking, but he gave me an almost sickeningly beautiful smile as he awaited my next question. I think for now I'll reserve judgment.
あなたが結婚および伴侶に求めるのはどのようなことでしょうか。
綺麗でいることかな。お互いにね。
Well, shit, I'm out of the run.
綺麗というのは容姿の美しさということですか？
それもないとは言わないけどね。でも、僕が綺麗だと思うものって他にもたくさんあるんだ。
Oh, maybe I'm not.
例えば人なら、体に心、生き方や考え方、他にもいろんな綺麗があるよね。
Oh, interesting.
価値観のようなもの？ずいぶん曖昧ですけど。
そうかな。とても簡単なことだよ。僕が綺麗だと思えること。それが全てだから。
Huh. That's interesting. Am I just biased against my suitors, or was that statement every bit as conceited as it sounded?
さっきお互いにと言ってましたけど、相手の基準は関係ないということですか？
じゃあ教えて。小鳥ちゃんはどんなものを綺麗だと思うのか。
How am I supposed to answer that? First and foremost, I still don't truly understand his vague definition of beauty.
私の基準は一般的だと思います。
That's all I managed for him after a brief internal struggle. I quickly moved on to the next question before he could formulate a follow-up remark.
では、あなたが花婿となった場合、私にはどのようなメリットがあるとお考えですか？
僕が君のものになることかな。
That's it? How much self-confidence does it require to keep a straight face while saying that out loud?
できれば、もう少し具体的に言っていただけますか？
I tried to keep exasperation from seeking into my voice as I asked for clarification. Mayuzumi simply smiled at me.
僕をそばに置いておけるよ。君が望むときに望むだけ。結婚はその権利を得られるってこと。
Huh? I was getting the distinct impression that he had an immensely high opinion of himself. I remained stoic as I prepared to drag his skeletons out of the closet.
大変言いにくいのですが、あなたはこれまでいわゆる紐の仕事をしてきたと伺っているのですが。
He's a kept man.
紐？それってどういう意味？
Not doing anything? He looked honestly confused. After a second, I remembered that he'd lived abroad until recently.
紐とは自分では働かず、生活や住む場所の面倒を他人に見てもらっている人のことです。
I never expected to have to explain the term kept man to someone who'd actually lived as one. I glanced awkwardly at Mayuzumi. His brow furrowed and he gave a short sigh.
あんまり綺麗な言葉じゃないね。
That's the problem you have with it?
確かにパトロンは何人もいたし、今も友好的な関係だよ。でも、それはみんな彼らが望んだことだ。
He is a sugar baby. He's a sugar baby. Oh no.
彼らが送ってくれたものもそう。僕のために選んだんだって言われたら、拒否する方が気の毒だよね。
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I guess if I gave a present to Samugi and she refused it, I'd be disappointed. Oh, whoa, that isn't what we're talking about here.
それでもさすがに生活全部を見てもらうのはどうかと思います。
You gotta pull your weight.
何もしなくていいから一緒にいてって言われて、その通りにしてあげただけなのに。
Okay, so if we join and I want you to do stuff, are you gonna do stuff? This matter wasn't just a quaint difference of values. He lived in a completely different galaxy. And the most incredible thing about it is how he spoke of his sloth like it was the most natural thing in the world. I just can't put up with this any longer. My will to fight was completely drained. I just wanted to get the rest of this nonsense over with as soon as I could.
では最後に何か質問があればどうぞ。
Mayuzumi thought for a moment and then gave me a cool smile. No, that's what I want to do.
小鳥ちゃんが今一番欲しいものは？
Oh, what do I do right
そ
now?
れを知ってどうするんですか？
Yeah, what would you do if I told
どう
you?
もしないよ。僕が知りたいだけ。
What I wanted most right now? I have to dwell on that question very hard.
平穏な時間です。
Peace and quiet.
ありがとう。楽しかったよ。
And with that, Mayuzumi exited the room with gracious elegance. I'm glad one of us had fun. I flopped forward on the table and heaved a heavy sigh. The next suitor I called up was, oh shit, oh my god, Ichiya, fine. Just get you over with.
やあ、ご指名ありがとう、お嬢さん。君と二人きりのトークタイム、楽しみにしていたよ。
退場。
Leave.
え？
どこのホストですか？これは面接だと言ったはずですよ。
あ、すまない。やり直していいかな。
After a moment, I gave him a curt nod. Mitsumori cleared his throat and straightened his shoulders, adopting a much more formal posture.
失礼いたします。三森一也です。本日はよろしくお願いいたします。
So he actually can be formal if he wants to be.
どうぞ、こちらの席へ。
ありがとうございます。
それでは早速ですが。
ちょっと待ってくれないか。じゃない、お待ちください。
え？
できれば普段通りの口調で話をさせてもらえると嬉しいんですが、その方が俺の魅力じゃなくて人となりを率直にお伝えできるかと。
Well, I guess he did have something of a point. I nodded.
わかりました。それで構いません。
I'll permit it.
それではまず、搭乗系への婿入りを志望された動機をお聞かせください。
The pathetic relief on Mitsumori's face vanished. It was quickly replaced with a bright, confident expression. I guess my question was surprisingly inspiring.
強いて言うなら、運命かな。
What?
この話をもらったとき、俺の中で確信にも似た何かがひらめいた。典型とでも言うのかな。
Dude, don't read me your high school poetry.
そう。あれはまさしく恋の予感。だから俺は迷わなかった。チャンスは逃さない主義だからね。君に会った瞬間、その予感が間違っていなかったと分かったよ。お嬢さん、俺は。
Can I cut him off by like hitting my head on the
あ
desk?
りがとうございました。では次に。
Alright, now to the next question.
ちょっと待ってくれないか。ここからが肝心なんだけど。
He's kind of pathetic.
いえ、十分です。次の質問に移ります。
Mitsumori slept in dejection for a moment, but then quickly adjusted his posture. I suppose he was determined to remain serious the entire time. Yeah, maybe we needed to limit his words.
どうぞ。何でも聞いてくれて構わないよ。
He was talented at flip-flopping, if nothing
あ
else.
なたが結婚および伴侶に求めるのはどのようなことでしょうか。
いい質問だね。答えは簡単さ。愛。それだけだよ。
Mm-hmm.
はあ、
俺たちの出会いは少し特殊な形だったけど、もしも結婚にまで発展するのなら、その理由はやっぱり愛であってほしい。
Oh my.
人生を共にする相手を愛し、愛されること。俺が求めるのはそれだけだよ。
Huh. Oh. Well. Okay then.
俺はね、お嬢さん。君とそうなれたら最高に素敵だと思う。
Excuse me. Oh, she went let go.
いい年をした男が夢見がちだって君は笑うかい？
Maybe.
いいえ。
No.
やっぱり君も俺と同じ気持ちだ。
私は理想と現実は別だと思ってますので。
そうだね。女の子はそのくらいしっかりしてた方が。
He's like, he's fumbling the ball and picking it back up, just doing his fucking best. The Tojo family won't sit idly by while you spend your life chasing dreams. I didn't let that thought surface on my face. Moved
で
on.
は、あなたが花婿となった場合、私にはどのようなメリットがあるとお考えですか？
それはとても難しい問題だね。
特
Mm-hmm.
に思い当たるメリットはない。
Can I take that as assurance you don't have any merits?
違うよ。どう考えても俺の方が得をしてしまうのは目に見えているからさ。
Oh. I presume he means the most in a monetary sense.
だって、君みたいな素敵な女性を妻にできるなんて、それだけで俺は世界一幸運な男になってしまう。
Oh.
こんなにも魅力的な君を前にすると、俺が君に与えられるものなんて些細なものでしかないと思い知らされるよ。
Dude, how are you gonna look at me if I fall sick and I like shit my pants? Like, am I suddenly not gonna have this inborn perfection? Are you gonna have like a fucking, like, crisis if I suddenly am not perfect?
だからせめて、俺は誰よりも君を愛すると誓ってみせよう。溺れてしまうほどに深く、めまいがするほど刺激的な愛を。
Oh my god.
お嬢さん？
Wow, I am utterly unmoved by that performance. So much so I almost feel sorry for him.
よくわかりました。ありがとうございます。
I see, thank you. I don't want a poem about my wife's shit was the most beautiful shit I've ever seen. I don't want that.
ああ。
I know that wasn't the answer he wanted to hear, but to be honest, everything that came out of Mitsumori's mouth left me at a loss about how to react. I put that thought behind me and brought up the question I was most eager to have answered.
少々立ち入ったことを伺います。あなたには結婚詐欺を行った過去が。
I understand that in your past you perpetuated marriage fraud.
待ってくれ。それについては誤解がある。俺は結婚詐欺をしていない。
That's
あくまで未遂なんだ。
No, I didn't do actual fraud. It was only alleged fraud. What?
罪状が成立しないにしても、限りなく詐欺に近い行為があったのは事実ということですよね。つまりあなたは結婚を餌にして女性を騙しかけたと。
違う。本当に誤解なんだ。信じてくれ。俺はそんな不誠実な男じゃない。確かにそういう疑惑を持たれたことは事実だよ。でも違うんだ。
では相手の女性が嘘をついていると？
どんな事情であれ、女性に罪をなすりつけるような真似はしたくない。
That's a story.
すまない。その件についてはあまり話したくないんだ。心の傷というやつでね。俺から言えることは一つだけ。俺は君に恥じるような真似はしていない。
Other than alleged fraud. I don't think he's being insincere, but he's asking me to trust him without offering any kind of explanation. That seems like a really big ask.
いつか君に言える時が来たら、その時は全て話すと誓うよ。だから今はどうか許してほしい。
わかりました。
信じてくれるのかい？
事情を伺うまでは保留とさせてください。
Alright, you believe me? You believe me? I'll defer judgment until I have more information.
まあ、今はそれでいいよ。
Given his reaction, I don't think I'll be able to bring anything else out of him today. I should probably wrap things up.
では最後に何か質問があればどうぞ。
Mitsumori brightened again, giving me a small smile and a wink.
君の好みのタイプが知りたいな。
My type. Ugh, why was he even like this? It was like he believed it was his duty to flirt with a woman at every waking moment. Personally, I thought he should just move to Italy and submerge himself in love. I have enough of this shenanigans already. No comment.
例えば料理の得意な年上の男なんてどうだろう。他にもいろいろ。
三森さん。
え？
面接は以上です。ご退出ください。
Please leave.
はい。
Please leave. Okay.
疲れた。
The beginning of a headache throbbed in my brain. I sighed heavily, rubbed my temple. The next suitor I called up was, alright, we're going to do a Taiga because I feel like Nayuta will just make me feel exhausted. So, Taiga. Hello, sir. Is your back broken? I'm just trying to recreate that pose.
ガチでやんのな。めんどくせえ。
Isurugi sauntered in looking supremely bored, pulling up a chair and flopping gracelessly into it. His attitude was unprofessional, to say the least.
まだ座っていいとは言ってません。あまり態度が悪いと減点しますよ。
さすがお嬢のままごとは本格的ってか。ほんと女っていくつになってもこういう遊び好きな。まあ、とりあえず付き合ってやるからさ。ちゃちゃっと終わらせようぜ。
What is with this condescending attitude? He's acting like a parent humoring a sulking child. I cleared my throat, reined in my annoyance, and organized my thoughts. I'd like to punch him, please. Interview? No, the battle had just
それ
begun.
ではまず、搭乗系の婿入りを志望された動機をお聞かせください。
んな大層な理由なんかねえよ。強いて言うなら、その場のノリ。
Yeah, exactly. He could just leave. It sounded cool at the time.
ちょうど暇してたとこだったしな。面白そうな気もしたし。
I cannot believe it. How utterly frivolous. That flippant reason was bad enough, but the way he simply up and said it without a care in the world left me at a loss for words.
その顔、また減点か？正直に答えてんだけどな。
He's toying with me. I could hear the laughter in his voice and it irritated me to no end, but I told myself to let it slide.
次の質問です。あなたが結婚および伴侶に求めるのはどのようなことでしょうか？
色気と可愛げ。
Oh. Well, that was a quick answer. Why is he... He's just being spiteful. I'm gonna stop myself from grimacing. Isurugi saw my face twist and broke out in laughter.
いいリアクションすんな、お嬢。見事な顔芸だったぜ。
あなたね。
Cannot believe you.
まあさっきのはジョークだ。あって困るもんじゃねえとは思うけど、なくても別に気にしねえよ。結婚だの伴侶だの関係なく、お互い対等に楽しくやれりゃ、それでいいんじゃね。
Well then.
わかりました。
He's clearly a difficult person to get a grasp on. At first he presents himself as a trash talker, but then he comes out and says something that's almost wise. He just does so in the most crude way possible. Not that I'm gonna get him away with insulting me like he did earlier.
あなたが花婿となった場合、私にはどのようなメリットがあるとお考えですか？
What are your merits?
じゃあ逆に、俺がお嬢と結婚するとどんなメリットがあるわけ？
Not like I can simply say wealth.
質問に質問で返さない。あなたの答えを聞いているんです。
That was an awkward retort and he knew it. I can see the confident smile slide across his face.
いや、まあ、俺が婿になったってお嬢に特別なメリットはねえわな。けど、お互い惚れたら関係ねえだろう。一緒にいるだけで幸せだって思えんなら、それでいいんじゃねえの？
He has his moments when he's not terrible, but then he's right back to terrible. He's so difficult to deal with. I decided to pull out my trump card before the confused fog that was seeping into my head could trip me up.
ご回答ありがとうございました。次の質問は少々踏み込んだものになりますが。
はいはい、いいぜ。何でも聞いてくれ。
I'm gonna wipe that smug grin off your face.
では遠慮なく。こちらで調査させていただいたところ、イスルギさんは無類のギャンブル好きだと。
Oh.
俺がギャンブル男って聞かされてんのか。なるほどな。
事実無根ということですか？
So you're not?
いや、ギャンブルは好きだぜ。自己紹介の時にも言ったろ。好きな言葉は一発逆転だって。運だけで人生丸ごと逆転しちまうようなでっけえ夢を見られるとこがたまんねえ。まさしく男のロマンってやつ。
Oh my. I certainly wasn't going to smile and nod when he was rambling on about the joys of gambling with a gleam in his eye. No, he's a suitor to the Tojo family.
までに伺いますが、仮にあなたが花婿として選ばれた場合、結婚後もギャンブルはやめないおつもりですか？
Yeah, would you give it up?
さあな、どうすっかな。ロマンはそう簡単に捨てらんねえからな。
I would like to punch him, please.
そうだな。お嬢が泣いて頼むなら考えてやってもいいけどな。
Why must he be so nauseatingly condescending? I bit back my annoyance and set my teeth together instead of responding. I knew he was deliberately trying to make me mad, and I refused to rise to his fate. I wasn't going to give him the pleasure.
では最後に何か質問があればどうぞ。
特にない。ああ、一応聞いとくか。この面接、なんか意味あったか？
The smirk on Isurugi's face clearly declared I know the answer already. I felt my teeth grind together.
大変有意義でした。
そりゃ何よりでした。
Bye. Isurugi smirked one more time and then sauntered out of the room. Ugh, he drives me crazy. If this wasn't an enclosed room, I would have screamed. It took several minutes of deep breathing before I felt calm enough to hold a neutral expression. No, don't skip. Next suitor up is Nagita. Yeah. I don't know. I've never done a job interview, really. I guess I did one vague-ish one, but...
よろしくお願いします。
Oh my god.
八神成田です。
Oh my god! Actually, his name is Nayuta Yakumi. Just walking into the room, he bumped into the door, tripped over his own feet twice, and mispronounced his own name.
八神さん、席へどうぞ。
はい。
He walked over the chair so stiffly, I was surprised his joints didn't creak. He hadn't even gone 2 steps when he tripped over his own feet again.
すみません。なんか俺緊張しちゃってるみたいで。
Stop hitting the buttons, Prince!
まずは着席してください。
はい。
Still stiff as an arthritic grandmother, Yagami made his way to the chair and sat, this time without further incident. It was a small accomplishment, but already I felt myself breathing a sigh of relief.
落ち着いてください。普段通りで構いませんので。
お嬢さん、やっぱり優しい。
Nagami's expression switched from stiff nervousness to dramatic tears in an instant. He didn't appear emotionally stable. It seemed like being around his antics would get exhausting quickly.
それではまず、搭乗系への婿入りを志望された動機をお聞かせください。
動機ですか？
ええ。
Yes, your motive.
動機
Do you not know?
そんなに難しく考えなくても思っていることを言っていただければ結構です。
I feel like steam's gonna start coming out of his ears.
それならお嬢さんを守りたいです。
What?
何から？
From? You got me blanked in confusion.
何からって？
Protect me from what? What is dangerous? That's what I wanted to know.
とにかく俺はお嬢さんを守りたいんです。
Yes, you've said that. I see. You got me staring with painfully earnest puppy-like gaze. I slid my eyes away from him. Fighting back a wave of exhaustion, I
あ
continued.
なたが結婚および伴侶に求めるのはどのようなことでしょうか？
Yeah, what do you hope to gain?
そんなこと言われても俺はただお嬢さんの役に立てればそれでいいっていうか。
That was a nice thing to say, but I could practically visualize question marks popping up above his head.
例えばですが、私にしてほしいことは何かありますか？
I tried rephrasing the question in simpler terms. It must have worked because his eyes began to sparkle.
命令してください。
Oh fuck, he is a sub.
俺何でもやります。だからお嬢さんがしてほしいことどんどん言ってほしいです。 あと頑張りますけどうまくできなかった時はビシバシ叱ってほしいかな。
He is a sub. Oh. Vladi's gonna destroy you.
なんなら踏んでくれてもっていうかいっそ踏まれたいです。
踏むって私が？
はい、こうグリグリっと。
Yeah, at least he's not bringing that out randomly. Oh my god. No.
嫌ですけど。
It was so important I had to repeat it just to make sure it got through to him. That was not on the table. I don't fuck with your kink. Sorry, dude. It got me space fell. His shoulders slumped and his bright smile faded. He looked almost like a kicked puppy, sitting there hunched over with tears pricking the corner of his eyes. I sort of feel a little guilty. Wait a minute, why should I feel guilty? I'm not the one who wants to walk on other people.
とりあえず踏む踏まないは横に置いておいて。質問に行っても？
Ready to move? Ready to go forward? Oh my god. I made a point of not looking at his mournful puppy face as I moved the discussion
で
along.
は、あなたが花婿となった場合、私にはどのようなメリットがあるとお考えですか？
If he says take your frustration out on me, I'm going to scream.
守ります。いつでもどこでもどんな敵からも。
Huh. Again with this?
守るとおっしゃいますが、それは精神的な意味ですか？それとも物理的な意味ですか？今のところどちらの意味でも特に必要性は感じていませんが。
もしかしてお嬢さん守られるの嫌いですか？
What are you protecting me from?
そういうことではなく。
じゃあ好き。
Oh, no.
好き嫌いの問題ではありません。
I spoke firmly, and again, you got me slumped dejectedly, his enthusiasm deflating like a balloon. I thought you liked this, dude. I thought you'd be happy.
でも俺体張ることくらいしかできないし。
体は張らなくて結構です。
Please don't do some
じゃあ
rash.
命がけで。
No.
それも固くお断りします。
No, I rubbed my forehead, a short sigh escaping me despite my best
と
efforts.
ころで、あなたの心情調査書に歩く借金製造機という言葉が記載されていたのですが。
Maybe he's protecting us from his loan sharks.
歩く借金製造機。なんかロボットみたい。なんか照れるな。
I desperately wanted to shout, "That's not a compliment!" at him, but I swallowed the temptation.
多額の借金があるというのは事実ですか？
はい、それは本当です。なんで増えちゃうのかな。自分じゃ全然わかんないんですよね。
Oh God.
借金の原因は？
I felt it
最初
again.
は親切な人から幸運の壺を売ってもらったんですけど、言われた値段よりちょっと高くて。
Oh no.
その次は困ってる人を助けようとして、勢い余って器物破損。
Oh my God. Yeah, he can just... I couldn't think of a thing to say to Yagami as he cheerfully recalled the incidents.
他にもたくさんあるんですけどね。でも、なんで借金ばっか増えるんだろう。不思議だな。なんでかな。
Oh my God. Yagami gave an embarrassed little chuckle. Honest confusion was written plainly on his face. Just hearing of all that debt had me feeling horribly uneasy, yet there he sat laughing about it. I had to wonder if he was okay, like in the head.
では最後に何か質問があればどうぞ。
質問。何でもいいんですか？
私にお答えできることなら。
Oh my God.
あ、
He's... oh, the lights are on, but there's no one home.
俺、何すればいいですか？
Oh, no! I'm not gonna participate in your fetish. Yagami looked at me with excited expectation, but I carefully wiped all expression from my face before I spoke.
外出ください。
Please leave the room.
はい。
Okay. Why did he sound so happy about that? I just didn't understand him. I had no idea what he wanted or what he was trying to do. I decided to get him massage my temples, hoping to forestall the headache melting in my skull. Oh my God.
以上で全員の面接は終了です。お疲れ様でした。
Oh my God. Kasuga's voice was soothing and full of sympathy. I leaned back to look at the ceiling. I didn't say a word. I'm so tired. I let Kasuga escort me to my rooms. Yeah, the first three weren't terrible. They really weren't. We are very picky. I let Kasuga escort me to the rooms and prepare a pot of tea for me. Slowly my energy returned. The anger and exasperation I'd bottled up during the interviews broke free to torrent.
とにかく何もかもが最悪。予想以上にひどかったわ。
Well, I have to be picky. I'm a prince.
Or, in this case, the hair to accompany. With only Kasuga there, I finally relaxed enough to talk about my emotions. I vented like a pressure cooker.
三森さんはセクハラ問題と地上のもつれを作る天才。
He is a sexual harassment
採用し
suit.
たら会社は大混乱よ。
He really, no, I feel like that's an accurate way to think about it.
イスルギさんは今時のダメ社員の典型。人を小馬鹿にするあの態度といい、社会を完全に舐めきってるわ。まゆずみさんは完璧な顔採用ね。ただ座ってるだけの給料泥棒。経営を圧迫する問題社員よ。八神さんはやる気はあるの。それは認める。
He's trying.
何かがずれてる。根本的なところに問題があるのよ。
Something wrong with him at the basic level. I was their manager. They were my employees. Just the thought of it made me shudder.
全員断固不採用。
Yeah, he's just trying to get stepped on. Look, he just wants some sexual satisfaction, and that includes being stepped on. Kasuga grinned wirily. Why do I keep saying Riley, as he watched me shout until my rage-worried body started shaking.
将来経営者となられる際の良い参考になったようで。
そうね。優秀な人材確保は大きな課題だと思ったわ。
このなりきり具合はやはりカノ様の悪影響でしょうか。
カノ様？
何か言った？
いえ。お茶のおかわりはいかがです？
いただくわ。それでね、カスが。とにかく一番の問題は。
I dove back into my rant, draining all the complaints I built over the day. I only stopped when Kasuga informed me it's time to go to bed. Alright, clear! And with that, oh, I have a message. From who? Oh, growing a bit more accustomed to living with roommates? Keep in mind that romance can spark through surprise wake-ups, changing of surprises, shower surprises, and more. Make sure you're always prepared. You never know what happened to when. Not gonna happen. Oh. I'll be careful or not gonna happen. You know what? We'll just say I'll be careful. Because, yeah. I'll be careful. Okay, I'll be careful. My bedroom and bathroom was 7th floor already when they aren't allowed down. But better safe than sorry, right? I'll ask the Costco to install some traps to deter invaders. Thanks to me, you know, best pat on my back. Prince, you're cute, right, Prince? Prince! Operation Learn to Like Me. My 4 suitors hatch a certain plan to get to know me better. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, this has been fucking amazing. I am excited to see where the hell this goes. Because, man, at least in this one, there's a guy that I like right away. Even though he's the trophy husband, when I should be the trophy husband. Excuse you, that's my job. So, that is going to be the end of tonight's stream. Thank you, everybody, so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Man. This is an interesting game. I'm enjoying it. Glad I got it. Enjoying it very much. Let's pop over here. Alright. You know the usual song and dance. If you're not already following me on social media, I'd appreciate it if you would. Gotta figure out what the fuck TikTok is doing, because apparently it, like, has been eating my TikToks that I scheduled, and I'm like, what? Don't like that. Yeah. I will be streaming tomorrow, usual time. We'll figure out what we're gonna play. We might just play some more. No, I have no idea what's going on. Because, like, I just posted one, like, from my drafts, and it's going. It's, like, people are seeing it. It's seen, but for some reason, all of the TikToks that I scheduled are not, so I'll have to figure that out. That's weirdness, but whatever. But yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. We'll be doing something. Once again, I don't know, because it's the time of the year where I don't plan shit, because I am dead tired from work. So yes, without any further ado, we'll be ending stream. So I hope you have a wonderful meowing afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. I really appreciate every single one of my lovely Mellow Rose Neons being here for me. Whether you're watching the VOD on here, or on here being Twitch, on Twitch, YouTube, watching live, whatever. Thank you, Zetetica. Alright. Yes, I did my sign off. Alright, so yeah, without any further ado, bye-bye!